Live from beautiful downtown Bastrop, it's time for the Stage Select, starring Julian Titus and Justin Ham.
What could this possibly be? Seems a lot like a podcast. Wonder what specifically. Talking about video games. With your hosts, you're in good hands. Not more of the same. Now we'll jump right in. So expect the unexpected and more. Now we'll get grooving. There ain't always gonna walk through the door. There just might be some strategy in this. Just having fun with our special guest. Time for Stage Select.
And here are your hosts, Julian Titus and Justin Ham.
Welcome, one and all, to the Stage Select, now in the black. I'm Julian Titus.
And I'm Justin Ham. Hi. That's a Black Friday reference, I think, right? Is that
Yeah,
what we're talking about? Good.
Because we're recording it on Black Friday.
That's true. I forgot we were
Yeah.
doing that. Yeah. To me, it's just second Thanksgiving because I have two Thanksgiving. That's the advantage of having divorced parents.
Right.
You just have one Thanksgiving one day and then the other one the next. So it's fine.
I know some people who will do them in the same day.
Yeah. That's too much.
Yeah.
That's too much. I liked Thanksgiving at my father's this year because I got to leave. It's really nice to be able to just leave that place. It's really great instead of being
Right.
stuck there because that shit's miserable. Then it's like, oh man, can't wait for these people to leave, and then they fucking linger forever. But this
Right.
year I'm just like, it's like, what have we been here, like 2-3 hours? Let's get the fuck out of here. This is awful. Let's sleep. So yeah, that was fine.
I guess we can talk about it.
Go ahead.
Now, I have Thanksgiving on my.
You might as well. I've
on the
seen
docket.
that. Go ahead. Yeah.
So I'm assuming that Kim came over to, like, along with you
Yeah.
to your dad's
Yeah.
for Thanksgiving.
And my mother's house. Yes.
How was that?
It was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fine. Yeah. Wasn't too bad. Why? Why do you ask?
Well, because I know the color of your dad's house,
Oh
so
yeah.
to speak.
No, it's fine. Yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine for the most part. Most people are not going to say certain things out loud, probably. And if they do, that's their problem. No, it was fine. We just we sat at our table, and mostly I played Balatro a lot because it was on my phone. I was like, I need something to do during this. This is kind of boring. Yeah, like that was the only other advantage I had of living there was I could be like, oh, well, I'll just sit up here and just play a video game, an actual video game, and that'll be fine. I'll just wait these motherfuckers out. But no, I can't do that now. So, but no, it went perfectly fine. Honestly,
That's
it really
good.
did.
Thanksgiving is not my least favorite holiday. You know, again, being a person who did not grow up celebrating holidays.
Sure.
Christmas is my least favorite holiday, and I stick by that. Like even and this is, I'm long past not celebrating it because of religious purposes. Now I'm actually like, oh, but also like this is just fundamentally like a bad holiday to me, even if you are a Christian. Like it's like kind of, I don't know. I don't need to get into that rant. I've done it before. Sure. Pants, it's fine. But I'm not a huge fan of Thanksgiving because like I've never been a big like turkey guy, and like you would think me being a big old fat guy, like I'd be all about like getting ready to hunker down and eat. Other than the stuffing, I'm not a huge fan of the traditional Thanksgiving.
I don't mind turkey. Turkey's fine. I don't like when anybody has ham for Thanksgiving. I'm always like, I just feel like that's a bridge too far for me. I'm not a ham fan, despite my last name. And maybe that's why. I just don't think it tastes very good. I mean, it's fine. It depends, but I don't know. It's just, you can only eat a little bit of ham. That's me. But My favorite Thanksgiving thing is I will just gorge on mashed potatoes. That's what I'm there for. I'm there for mashed potatoes, and I don't give a shit. That's what I'm doing. You got good gravy. That's a bonus. I don't really need it, but that's fine. But it's a bonus. I will gorge myself on mashed potatoes, and I did, and it was good. And that's really it. The dessert part of it doesn't really appeal to me because I never liked pumpkin pie. I just think it's fine. It's not awful or anything. I've just never been a big fan of it. Yeah, that's.
I used to hate it. I like it more now.
Yeah, I can eat it.
Still not my favorite.
Yeah.
So I went to my friend Cynthia and her husband's for Thanksgiving, and one of the people there mentioned lemon meringue pie, and that's my shit.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, why can't, oh man, why isn't that here?
Yeah. Awesome. I'm trying to think of the desserts at my dad's. They had pumpkin pie, and I feel like we took them cupcakes. I don't think anybody ate them, but that's fine. It was a kind gesture. What the hell else was there? There was something else, and I don't think we really cared about it.
Pecan pie is a big Texas mainstay for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm not a peak. I don't like it. I don't like pecan pie that much. It's fine. But at my mom's this year, she had like vanilla cream pie, which Kim said was pretty good because she had that. And then my mom will specifically make me chocolate mousse because that is a Thanksgiving tradition for me. Because when I was a kid, we used to go all the way to Toledo, Ohio, and have our Thanksgiving there. And they would always make it, and that was like the fucking highlight for me. And then at some point, like, it was my great aunt, and she passed away, and so somehow my grandma got the recipe after that, and then now my mom has the recipe, and so it's been passed down as this tradition, and so now I get chocolate mousse on Thanksgiving, and it's very good to me. Oh, I love chocolate mousse. I had like 2 fucking servings of that, and it was great. That was a magical moment.
I don't mean to bring things down, but make sure that you get that recipe at some point.
I probably can't make it, but I'll do my best. Yeah,
just get it in case like you there's someone that can make stuff like that.
Sure.
Like, I wish that I mean, not that my mom worked off of like a lot of recipes. It was a lot of like throwing stuff together, but like there's certain things that she would make where it's like I would die to taste that again, and can't recreate it.
Right.
Don't know what it was. I know what it was, but I don't know how she made it.
You don't know how they did it. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, obviously, like for me growing up, like Thanksgiving was just like another day. Like, my mom would usually I could usually convince her to make me lasagna because she'd be off. And so she had like the extra time to like make it. And then like lasagna is like my favorite food.
Sure.
But then like once like my friend Joe and Shannon got together, like I used to, it was really around the time that I started to like when I moved out for the first time, and like they were kind of feeding me all the time because I was broke as shit. Like I just started going over to their place for Thanksgiving most of the time. And then that continued even when my mom like retired and came back to Austin, and we moved back in together. And then they moved to Colorado. So, you know, sometimes I'll go to the Springs for Thanksgiving, not all the time. But then also when I started, like I had like a couple like long-term relationships, and oddly enough, they both had family in East Texas, which is like the of the state. And so I got to experience like very interesting Thanksgivings.
I bet you
there
did.
for a few years. And yeah, oddly enough, like so this year, you know, I usually go to Cynthia and her husband's for Christmas.
Sure.
But this time it was just her in-laws, like none of her family was there.
Yeah.
And it was like the first time where I was just like, keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
Like things were going pretty fine until like one of them mentioned the invasion going on.
Oh, good.
In the southern border. And I was just like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Just
Just look at your plate. Don't Don't make eye contact.
luckily for me, when it comes to that, my dad doesn't usually go into that stuff. Usually, unless somebody else brings it up. If somebody else brings it up, God help us all. But he won't go into it on his own. Usually.
The rule of thumb is usually you don't bring up like politics or religion at the table, but like that seems to go out the window for Thanksgiving
for whatever reason. Yeah, I don't know. Is somebody? There's always one guy, and then somebody's going to come back. Yeah, luckily that side of the family's pretty tame when it comes to that, but. For the most part, they usually will not mention anything like that. But yeah, no, I mean, Thanksgiving was fine. It was at my house anyway. And then, like I said, we went to my mom's today. It was very nice.
Yeah, this was good too.
Yeah.
I mean, my batteries were pretty much drained by the end, so I was glad to get back to do my sort of tradition, which I'll talk about a little bit later.
Sure.
I don't do it every year, but I mean to do it every year. But also, it's worth bringing up Thanksgiving at the top of the show, and I need to actually mention this to the people participating, but because this means that the games that are eligible for the Stage Select Game of the Year deliberations are now locked in. Anything that's coming out from this point on is going into next year's bucket. Yeah. Because there has to be a cutoff at some point. Thanksgiving seems to be the best. We've learned it gets too chaotic if we don't do something like that. So yeah. Yeah. It was funny because I don't remember. I could have sworn that Indiana Jones got nominations at last year's Game Awards, but it's on this year's Game Awards.
I was going to say, I don't think it did. But
maybe it didn't.
I don't remember.
And I think that's kind of what kicked this off because at the time, like I kind of rushed through it to make it eligible, but it felt like I'm kind of too close to it to really like.
Right. Yeah. And that's kind of the thing is like, you'll be really close to it and then you don't have. It's a great argument against it every time is like, well, you just finished it. Like, how would you feel about it? You're still
in that glow.
Yeah. How would you feel about it in a couple months or weeks or whatever? And So that's kind of the thing.
That seems like the best cutoff. And so anything that and I'm not even going to touch anything that's coming out between now and the end of the year until we're on break officially. Like Metroid, I'm waiting for reviews anyway, but I know that's like the next like really big thing, and I think there's a couple other smaller games that I'm kind of interested in where I'm just gonna they're going on next year's list anyway. I can wait.
Bugging me. I can't remember what the hell the game was that came out that I wanted to play, but I know I want to play Unbeatable, which comes out pretty soon here, and I probably will play that, but just because I got nothing this episode. I looked around so much, like almost every day, just like I just want to play something that isn't fucking Cyberpunk because I just keep doing it and it's just dumb, stupid fucking entertainment to me that I would just run around and do Cyberpunk shit. And I'm like, I should play something different. And I looked around, I'm like, I either don't want to play these games or I already have them and have played them, or I have them on something else and I don't want to double dip on them. And we're just in this lockdown state of like, God damn it. It's a bummer. Right. So yeah, I don't even know anymore. I need to look up what the hell other game it was that I was like, oh, that sounds kind of interesting. Maybe I'll play that. But anyway.
We've got our episodes scheduled. We've got our guests booked for the most part. There's one that's tentative that I've mentioned before. So we're kind of ready for that. And this week I was off I've been off since Wednesday. And I mean, obviously, like yesterday I had the commitment of going over. I mean, that was only for a few hours, but there was also another thing that I wanted to do for myself that took some time. But I didn't know what I wanted to do next, like game wise, after finishing like Bloodlines 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, let me play some more of Donkey Kong Bonanza. Okay. And I played that for a little bit and I just wasn't feeling it. It's a great game.
Yeah.
I do feel, and hearing people talking about Kirby Air Riders this week,
Yeah.
I feel, because my thing with Nintendo games just at all for the last like 20 years is that I feel that I have been like growing up and like my taste in games have been maturing in the sense of like what I'm looking for from like a video game experience.
Same.
Where Nintendo has been either kind of staying the course, or what I'm feeling more and more lately is like, oh, we are for kids, capital K now. And it's like, by all means, like if you're an adult and you want to enjoy these games, they're enjoyable.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like just like the tone of the way that the games talk to you, the challenge of the games or lack thereof.
Yeah.
Because I was like playing and the thing that did it for me, Justin, is that I got to the first boss and it was over before I could even process that the boss fight had begun.
Oh, good.
And I was like, that's it. It felt like an episode of One Punch Man. It's like, I just punched you.
Yeah. Well,
and it's over.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, this is like a Kirby game. Like this is for like itty bitty kids. Like, because it's just like this fun like place that where you can just like break everything and it's really pretty and whatnot. And it's a really, it's a weird situation where it's like, I definitely derive some enjoyment from it. It's fun to like go bash everything and, it's very pretty and the music is nice and everything, but it does feel like, oh, I can turn off like 95% of my brain.
Yeah,
for this.
Kind of why I usually don't even mess with a lot of Nintendo releases for the most part, because like I find I get bored really quick. I usually have the same thought. I'm like, yeah, this is nice, and then I'll be like, okay, but I'm kind of done. But
yeah,
it just doesn't hold.
It's a thing where if I was like 8 or 10 playing this, I would be like so engrossed, or if I was playing it like if I was a parent and playing it with a kid. Or whatnot. But yeah, it feels very shallow for me. And I was like, okay, so maybe not this one. I do want to go back and actually go play it all the way through, just because it's like that Switch 2 is just like sitting there, like collecting dust. It was funny because I turned it on. I was like, oh right, let me delete Bratz Rhythm and Style, because that was like the first actual game that I bought for it. The Suffer Select.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, what I can do, because I own Death Stranding 2 digitally on my PlayStation, and then I have the disc for Silent Hill. I'll kind of ping pong between Death Stranding 2 and then mopping up New Game Plus runs on Silent Hill F. Like that's the plan.
Okay.
But I started with Death Stranding 2, and as of Monday, I had 18 hours into it, and I was in episode 4. That's where I had left off.
Okay.
And as of like right before we started recording, I am now 34 hours into it on episode 7.
Okay.
Because that's all I've done this week.
You put some time in. Yeah. That's all right.
I'll pretty much everything that I've said about it before stands.
Yeah.
It's still way too leisurely of a game, considering like what that first game was. Like it really does feel like just a breezy walk in the park compared to like the trials and tribulations of Sam Porter Bridges in the first game.
Yeah. I stand by just thinking like I don't feel like it needed a sequel. Like I
think I had said that even like the first when I was first playing it, and I felt it more today. I was like, I don't know that I'm getting any benefit from this.
I think if you're gonna do any more in that universe, like it's obviously there's interesting shit happening. Sure, I get it. But I think the way to do it would have been to go with a new protagonist and a new story and like a new outfit. Completely new, different things.
Set it in Europe or something like that with like a completely different.
That way it feels like you're really starting over and doing some new shit. But they went a different route, obviously, and yeah. I
And
don't know.
you could have them acknowledge what
Oh, sure. Yeah.
what they did in
Oh,
America,
absolutely,
right?
yeah.
And maybe that's the blueprint for what you're
Sure,
doing.
yeah, yeah. Hey, we want to recreate what they did over there, but you
Yeah.
know, there's some other stuff happening. And that could work. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Once it was, I hated that intro. I was just like, I hate this. I just do not like it. I tried.
And I think, you know, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but like so much of it really hinges on and I still don't understand the mentality around it. Because Norman Reedus is a perfectly fine actor. Like he, you know, I know you don't like Boondock Saints, but I like those movies.
Sure,
I think he was fine as Daryl in The Walking Dead.
Sure.
He can act, right?
He's
like he
perfectly competent actor, I would say.
Yeah, you can get stuff out of him, but the way that Sam is written is just such a and it's one of the big problems that I have with Expedition 33, which I'll, you know, I'm envisioning some fights happening at Game of the Year around that game, but I really dislike characters that are just genuinely incurious and don't ask obvious questions that any person in that situation would ask. And
Right.
Sam is that. And I think like the most egregious examples are the two most recent new characters that I have encountered where they like get on the ship and then Sam has doesn't go to see them, doesn't ask anything, doesn't ask like Fragile about them.
Right.
Like nothing until he is told, hey, come to the bridge and come talk to this new person. And mind you, they've been on the ship for a while at that point. And it's just like, there's even a part where like the most recent character, like his first actual interaction with them is just kind of blocking them from like the elevator because they're not supposed to leave the ship. But he's never had any like screen time with them. He hasn't spoken to them. He hasn't like had any interaction with them other than that. And it's just like this really strange, like no one would. And I understand that like he is a very lone person and he does have like, you know, he doesn't like to be touched, right?
Sure,
and there's certain parts of his personality that, you know, he doesn't want to get too close to people. But even just like from a humanitarian thing where it's like, yo, like you found this woman in this really weird state that's not normal, maybe go, even if you don't want to go to her directly, maybe go ask somebody else on the ship, yo, what the fuck was up with that?
Yeah.
Right? Because that was weird, right? Because none of this is normal, even in this really weird fucked up world that exists in Death Stranding.
Oh, yeah. It's
just stuff like that. And then from like just a you know, according to the PlayStation, I'm now like just shy of halfway through the game.
Wow. That's long.
But like I just now had my first of the like if you remember like the Mads Mikkelsen segments in the first game.
Yeah.
So I did the first one of those with the guy who looks like Solid Snake.
Okay.
But I've only done one of those.
Oh boy.
I have yet to have like my first real encounter with Higgs. There was like there was the first like, okay, we know that Higgs is alive.
Right.
But the big like trailer one where you know
he's got the guitar and all that.
Yeah. Haven't gotten there yet. And it's like I would have expected that to have happened like a while ago by this point.
Yeah. That's again, I stand by when I was like, wow, that game is long.
It's weird because on one hand it's shorter than the first game, but it feels longer.
Yeah.
It's wild, man. But
I don't know if that's a great sign. I'm just gonna say it. But
here's the thing,
that's a great
right?
sign. Yeah.
Here's the thing. I fired up that game and I was like, all right, man. No side quests, no side deliveries.
Sure. Yeah.
You need to focus on this story and you need to mainline this shit. And then I proceeded to spend 3 hours repaving roads and doing side stuff.
You are the opposite of me when I get in that mode. When I played the first game, I was like, I don't give a fuck about any of this shit. I am just trucking toward the end of the story. I am done.
But there's something very addicting about that loop of the deliveries and like, but part of it is because of like the low barrier of entry, because like the repaving of the roads in the first game, like you needed on average, I think it was like 1,500 of every material to rebuild the roads, and it was like, oh, that's a slog, right?
Yeah.
Here it's like, oh, you need a few hundred of each.
Okay.
And it's a lot of times, like I did this one mission where I had to rescue this person. So it was the first time that the game actually showed some teeth, and I really appreciated it.
Okay.
Because I had to go rescue this guy who had been captured by some brigands or something like that.
Sure.
At a mine, and so it was all off the network and everything. And it was like the first time that the stealth really clicked for me. Like I actually did the whole thing. I think the last two guys I just kind of took out like face to face because I was like, oh, there's two guys left. Yeah. But I took out that entire like encampment just like nice and quiet, like the way, and it felt really good. I was using because you can throw Dollman to kind of do recon for you. And I actually I did that like 3 or 4 times just to kind of get like recontextualize, like, okay, I'm further into this camp now. Let me see if there's anything that I missed. Oh yeah, there is a couple guys. And so I'd kind of like reorient myself, and I really like systematically took this place down, and it felt really good. And then I had to pick up this guy. He was knocked out, so I had to like carry him like you do a body in the first game. And he was a heavy sumbitch, so like I couldn't actually take anything else with me. And it was over a mountain, and the mountain was an actual challenge where I was like, I'm not even sure if this is like the way that I'm supposed to go over here. Like there's a couple parts where it's like, oh no, this is too steep. I got to double back and then come and go around. And I found a path over. It was like a really challenging thing. By the time I got to the end of it, like that felt good. That was actually like, I feel that it was a good challenge. And I kind of felt like I did parts of it a little bit outside of the box.
Sure.
And it was like the first time that the game kind of showed that it still got some of that grit to it. And today I was realizing that I have to look at the game a different way, because now I'm kind of looking at it, especially because there's like way more highways, and there's also the rail thing. There's like way more, because like when I finished that quest, I went back to go put the mine on the network. And I realized I was like, there's like 2 road pavers here, and it's like really low material counts, and the materials were literally in the camp.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, oh, they want you to just like, you know, it was hard to get over here, but it's easy to get back out, because you can literally just like drive on out. There was like a brigand truck right there in the camp. So I just like repaved the roads, drove right out over to the next place. And so it's more, to me, it's a little bit more of a trucking sim than what the first game was. That's kind of how I'm trying to treat it.
I get it.
And it's funny playing this after taking a detour to play through the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, because it's not that I didn't want a sequel to Death Stranding, but if they were making a sequel to Death Stranding, it's not that I want it to be the mountain all the time, right? Like the toughest part of that first game is like, no, I don't want to be like struggling for every step all the time. Yeah. But I would have liked to have seen them take like a page from Metal Gear Solid 3, where it's like, you gotta worry more about survival in the outback. So you gotta worry about like eating, and your stamina is more of a thing, and maybe like the environment takes a bigger toll on Sam. So you've gotta worry about like cover and stuff like that, and add that element to it. But so often it's just like, oh well, it looks like there's a brigand camp here, and there's cliffs, so let me pack some ladders, let me pack some weapons, let me do this and that, and then it's like I just walked, like I was able to walk around that camp, and I didn't have to worry about any cliffs or anything like that, and it was just this leisurely stroll to this next delivery. And so much of the game is that, and it's fun in a different way.
There's something to that.
But, you know, I always go back to, like, I remember talking on Nerds Without Pants when I finished Death Stranding, because for people who didn't listen to Nerds Without Pants, when I finished Death Stranding, I was like, I don't think that I can recommend this game to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad that I played it. And I remembered when we came back from our break, and then I said, actually, it's my game of the year.
Yeah.
I still don't know that I can recommend it to anybody, but anybody that finished that game, I have mad respect for, because it's like we went through this crucible.
Sure.
And it's like we can almost bond on that because it was such a challenge and so like harrowing, especially that, you know, that the mountain and then like the last half, the last sections of the game. And then after the pandemic, like I was like, no, actually people should really play Death Stranding.
Right. Yeah.
But this one, I'm just like, yeah, I mean, if you tell me that you beat Death Stranding 2, I'm like, yeah, I believe it. Like,
right.
Like, I you know, it's like, I had 60 hours to spare as well.
Yeah. I liked the first game as a one-off. I didn't care for it near as much as you did, but it was fine. It was it was a very interesting game for sure. And when they said they were making another one, I was like, I doubt I'm going to get into that, but I'll see it. And that's what I did. So yeah.
And I think I'm right there with you. Like Sam is such a big part of the from a story perspective. He is one of the biggest hurdles of that game.
Yeah.
And if I had like almost anybody else to control or just like, I mean, I like the other, like the other characters just fine.
I feel like his story wraps up just nicely. Just let that go and just get a new vibe in there. You know, like that's my thing. Like I was,
well, especially because the first game, he starts to have some real growth and then he pisses it all away at the last possible second.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you learned nothing.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, and I don't, you know, and it's still clear, like with this game, that he learned nothing. And I don't know, man.
All right.
It's kind of a bummer, but at the same time, right? Like Kojima, dude, and and here's the thing.
Yeah.
Right. So, right, the character's boring. The gameplay isn't nearly as engaging as the first game, but then you'll get to a story beat where it's like, that's the coolest shit I've ever seen.
Right. Yeah. That's very, very Kojima. Yes, absolutely.
And there was something today where I was like, fucking A.
Yeah. There you go.
I gotta keep going.
Right.
So
right.
I'm going to keep going.
I get it. Yeah.
But it hooked me again.
I was gonna say you put another 18 hours into there, so yeah, you're doing something.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, you know, as we're recording, it's like, oh man, I was thinking about this today. I was like, I don't have enough time this weekend to do the things that I want to do, because there's a I'll talk about it later because it's a more movie related thing, but there's a thing that I like to do around this time of year that I started, and that takes a lot of time. I got to find time to edit this podcast over the weekend, but it's like, but really all I want to do the rest of the weekend until I have to go back to work is just play Death Stranding. Like, and I'm like, oh, I'm running out of time, because usually the way my weekends work is we record on Friday, and then I'm usually pretty wired after the show, so I go to bed pretty late, wake up late on Saturday, and then I do some editing. I play Final Fantasy with my friend, and then I do some more editing. I have a weekly call with my friend Blissy, and then I might get an hour or two of gaming in Saturday night.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And then Sunday is scramble to finish editing the show. And then if I have, depending on how long that takes, right? Like, then I might be able to game for the rest of the weekend. But a lot of times, it's mostly podcast related.
Yeah. I believe it.
So it's like, oh, I don't know where I'm going to fit in Death Stranding. But that's what I want to do right now.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah. I mean, that's better than what like I said, all I did was mess around with Cyberpunk again. Although I did discover, it's funny. I play that game X amount of times now. I still discover shit that I didn't know before. Like, did you know if you beat all the gigs and Rogue will give you new ones? Like, Rogue is a fixer that will give you new gigs if you beat all the like regular ones on the map. I didn't know that.
Oh,
that was new to me. I was like, oh shit, I've never seen these before. That's kind of cool. So
is it like a Skyrim situation where it you never run out?
No,
of
you
a
do
certain
run
type of
out.
quest?
She only has certain ones, and they're like there's
Okay.
scripts too. Like there was one today that was like that's kind of a cool gig. Like there's a guy with ALS that like wants you to rob a truck for him because he's basically like, yeah, I need money, and I'm about to not be able to move or talk anymore, so I'm just, would you mind doing this? And he like does not care if he's there. You're like, they're gonna track you and all this other stuff. And he's like, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
Like I was like,
Got
that's
nothing
kind
left
of
to
an
lose.
interesting aspect to the thing. I was like, that's kind of a cool quest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, I was like, that's pretty neat. My character build is ridiculous though, because I've like barely started the main quest. I'm already like 7 levels off of the max level, which is 60, and like because I did everything else on the map. It's stupid.
When I was watching John play it last time, last time that I was over that he was playing it, because I've only played through the game once, and I would like to play it again at some point. But 60 always felt like too low of a level cap.
It used to be 50
for that game.
They upped it 10 for Phantom Liberty.
Yeah,
no, it is
because you'll hit that like pretty early.
Yeah, you do. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And I almost wish that there wasn't a cap. Like,
yeah, I kind of agree. But at the same time, I guess they want you, in a way, it's kind of cool because it makes you play around with different builds and stuff like that. Like you can only get certain things in a run or whatever. So I guess that's okay. Instead of like, oh, I can just do everything. But like, so like this time I was just like, I'm just gonna make a fucking tank, and like, yeah, that's pretty fun. Like I just rush into I just threw stealth out the window. Normally I play like really stealthily, and now I'm just like, no, just run in. I don't give a fuck. And then I slash men up with katanas, and that's fun. That is pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie, because like they'll shoot me. It doesn't matter. It like I have a thing that will just automatically heal me. And then I get a big boost from that when it does it, and it's just like it's just nuts. It feels broken in the funnest way. And
you're just hopped up on that venom like Bane.
Yeah, and just like dashing into people, just like quick 3-hit. Like I'm like skull enemies. I'll kill them in like 3 hits. Like it's just great. it's so much fun. Oh man, that game's a blast though. I love Cyberpunk. It's so dumb. But yeah, that's God, that's all I did. I could, it's because I discovered that I could play, because I bought it on Kim's profile on PlayStation 4, and I was like, oh, I can play it on mine and I can get trophies for it. And I was like, I don't even really care about trophies, but I ain't doing shit right now. So fuck it, let's do that. And that's what I've been doing. Cyberpunk, it's still a good game.
I'm waiting for the physical PS5 copy to go down because I want to rebuy it, and because I want to play. I have the PS4 version, and I want to play it with all the bells and whistles, but I don't like the way the PlayStation. For people who don't know, if you want to like upgrade if you have a PS4 game on disc, and you want to do the upgrade. Like whether it's free or not, and Cyberpunk, to its credit, was a free like upgrade, because CD Projekt Red is really cool about that stuff. But what happens is you basically have to install the game twice on your system, because you have the disc that installs, and then you have to download the PlayStation 5 version of the game. Yeah, but you can't then eject the disc of
oh yeah, because you have to show you own it or whatever the fuck. Yeah.
Nor can you just like delete the PS4 version of it, because it will automatically reinstall it next time you turn the system on. So it's just like you've got double. The, and I just
that's
don't
a
like
lot.
messing
That's
with
a
it.
lot of gigs. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. No, and I've got the room for it. I just don't like seeing two versions of the
I get
game
it.
next to each other.
Totally get
I'm
it.
weird about that shit. So
Totally get it.
and also I would like to just have like a physical version of Phantom Liberty, and that's what the PS5 version is.
Yeah, there you go.
But it's still like $60 right now, and so I'm waiting for
I
it
don't blame you.
to go down to a reasonable price to
I don't blame you.
nab it again.
Yeah, that game's still fun. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I'm just like, I will just turn my brain off and just go to like all the little what are those, like the little police quests, and just clear out a bunch of dudes, and then go to the next one, clear out a bunch of dudes. That's all I do. I just sit there and do that. Now I have the whole map cleared, and I'm like, well, what's left to do? I don't even really know, but I'm just like, I don't know. I'll go buy some clothes now. I don't know. That's fun.
Well, now you can actually progress the story. You can do.
I started to, yeah. I did. That's how I discovered the rogue thing, because I had cleared out like pretty much the whole map, and I was like, I guess I'll start here, and I'll start off with Pan Am and do all that stuff, and then all of a sudden gigs popped up, and I was like, what are these? Like, where did these come from? And then I was like, oh, these are rogues quests. I didn't even know these existed. That's different. They added them in an update, I think, at some point, and I was like, oh, all right, fuck it, I'll mess with these. I've never seen these, and yeah, they were at least interesting. So but there aren't too many of them. I think there's like 2 more, and I think I have to progress the story a lot more to get them. But yeah, we'll see what happens. If I'm even gonna get that far. I'm still trying to find something new to play. I keep going on there like, is there anything new? No? Okay. I looked at Luminous real hard, and I was like, I just don't feel like doing that. That just doesn't sound fun to me. I just don't want to do that.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't. I mean, I still want to go back and play it. I'm not going to get to it before Game of the Year because there's not time. But like, I'm surprised you didn't go back to like Pirate Yakuza or
those are this is where I get in. This is why I mentioned double dipping, because I have all that on my PC, and my PC is not with me right now. So I was
right.
I don't feel like buying those games again. And I was like, that's like that and 100 Line, like they're both on my PC. They're installed on my PC. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play these, and then things happened, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna get to that stuff now, but because I don't want to buy them again.
I mean, I don't know. Is the laptop that you're using to record, does it have any juice at all?
It's competent, but it's not gonna play those. Trust me. Like,
okay, not even 100 Line, because 100 Line's not.
Yeah, it might play that. It'd be
the battles might have too much shit going on.
That's what I mean. I'm like, I don't know. It'd be a dice roll, and I'm like, I don't know if it could handle original Danganronpa, no problem. But
sure,
like it's not. I don't know if it's gonna do that. So I'm like, yeah. I just have to get my PC back, which who knows? Maybe I will pretty soon. Here, we'll see.
I think I don't know if it's already out, but. No Sleep for Konami Date. I mean, it's on Switch 2 already, but
yeah,
it's also coming. It's either out or coming out for PS5.
Yeah,
I still need to finish Nirvana Initiative, but
I think I bought that for PC. Shit, I can't remember now. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I can't remember. I think I did. Yeah, no, I did. I bought it for PC because I was gonna play it. And then stuff started happening, and I didn't get around to it. And yeah, here we are. It's been a busy year.
Because I feel like you were already like kind of pretty much there, like by the time that game came out. So I would have figured you would have either
I bought it
on Switch 2 or
I bought it on PC, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play this, and then I just didn't because it's been a year. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
good things, but it's been a busy one. Put it like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did I do anything else game wise?
I don't know. Did you?
Oh, I guess real quickly, I did fall off. I officially decided that I'm done with Ball Pit.
Good.
I just never really clicked with like the deeper mechanics of that game. And it feels like what I'm missing is that I really need to be working on the base building, because like a lot of the buildings that you get in the base, like they will boost your base stats and the scaling for your stats.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So for later runs, it's like, oh, your health is going to increase faster,
Sure,
and your
sure.
attack is going to increase faster and stuff like that. But the base building is just such a fucking slog.
Yeah.
I get what they were going for. It is pretty like cute.
It's cute. It's
the way that
neat
you
thing.
upgrade it is that you're still doing the Arkanoid shit with your characters.
Yeah.
But it means that there's times where if you just like angle things wrong, you can have like a harvest phase where you don't get anything out of it.
Yeah.
And since you can't, it's like a pretty decently long time between harvest phases. So it's like you either sit there for a while and let everything cool down, or you go do another run. I don't know. I really just wish that I could just be like, hey, can I just give you money and resources for the shit that I want to build, like any other game?
I think that's where Vampire Survivors kind of wins the day, which is its simplicity and instant gratification a lot of the time, where it's just like, you've unlocked this thing, and it's like, all right, that changes everything. Like, this is great. It's so fast, and like there is a side. I remember like toward the end of Vampire Survivors, I was like, okay, I get it. Like, this is like, I have it cracked, and it still wasn't old to me. Like, I still was like, oh yeah, I just need to do this every run, and it's totally fine, and that's great. Like, there was I solved it somehow, but like I was still having fun solving it, because it was never guaranteed that you were going to do it. Like, there was still that like, I might still screw it up, you never know. But like, I don't know.
Yeah, because sometimes you're not going to get like the stuff that you were hoping to get for a build. But I will say that like with Vampire Survivors, like once you kind of crack the code,
that's what I mean.
Almost everything is viable if you know what to do with it, right? So like, even if you're not getting like your preferred weapon or item, you can usually once you know what everything does. Yeah. I don't get that sense with Ball Pit, and again, I might just be missing some shit. But like,
it's possible.
I got to the 4th level, and keep in mind that like the 3rd level was like I barely scraped by that one, and the 4th one was like, oh, these runs are like I'm dying in about a minute 30.
Good
on like most of the time, because I'm just not the enemy. There's a lot of enemies, and they're coming fairly quickly, and basically what it boils down to is like, did you get 3 balls fast enough to like keep up with these enemies? But sometimes like, you know, you get you level up, and it's like there isn't another ball to choose from, or something like that. And I don't know, man, it that one, I keep going back. I forget what podcast said it. It feels bad to lose a run on Ball Pit, where I never felt that way.
Giant Bomb.
I never felt that way on Balatro or Vampire Survivors. It was just like, oh, okay, well, try again.
Yeah, that's the thing with those. Like, I played a couple games of Balatro during Thanksgiving. I did not win a single one, but I was still like, just do it again. That's fine. No worries. No big deal. No big commitment.
Because even when you lose in Balatro, you've probably at least gotten like, you know, for me, the thing on Balatro that makes the brain go is whenever you get the multiplier where like it catches on fire.
Oh yeah.
Like that's just like, even if I lose, like just getting that to happen like once in a run twice, is like,
just like, oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, I destroyed it there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I think that is it for me game wise.
Yeah.
Because I haven't even touched Silent Hill like I intended to.
Yeah.
And I do intend to, but like I'm pretty locked in on Death Stranding at this point.
Well. Yeah.
And John, he seems like he's enjoying Ghost of Yote. So the way that he plays games, like he'll probably be done with that about the time that I'm done with Death Stranding, so that I can just grab that back from him and jump back into that.
Ghost of Yote was a surprise that I actually liked it, because I was not I was not confident. I went in like, okay, how long before I fall off of this? And then I was like, oh no, actually I'm kind of into this. This is kind of all right. It takes maybe a little too long to get into, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because I've been thinking a lot about the voice acting nominations for the Game Awards, because it was like it's like 3 people from Expedition 33.
Yeah, I figured.
And I'm like, I like those 3 people.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have nominated any of those 3. And there is someone from Expedition 33 that I would have nominated, and it's oh shit.
What character were they?
Renoir.
Yeah. Yeah, he's all right.
Oh, he's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's Gollum. I don't know why I'm blanking on his real name. He's in all sorts of shit.
I can't think of it either.
But yeah, and I'm like, yeah, and then I would have nominated like Jeffrey Wright from Dispatch, and like there's just like way different places that I would have gone for voice acting this
Jeffrey
year.
Wright in Dispatch?
Chase.
Oh yeah, he was good. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he was the best like performance in Dispatch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aaron Paul was like up there.
I was gonna say Aaron Paul was pretty good. That was who came to my mind. I was like, I thought they played that, because I didn't even recognize it was them for a long time, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh yeah, I guess I do hear it now. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know him from anything, so that wasn't an issue. I know what he's in. I've just never seen any of the stuff that he's been in.
Hold on. Okay.
Like I didn't watch Breaking Bad.
Okay,
I didn't watch
I was gonna
the Need for Speed
he
movie.
is the Breaking Bad guy, right? Okay, yeah. That's where I know him from. He's way different in that. That's my thinking when it comes to him. So yeah.
Yeah. And then Jeffrey Wright, like every time that I've seen him on film, he's been like a very subdued character. So I didn't like, I had to be like, I wouldn't have recognized his voice at all, like with that character, because it's like a very different type of performance that I really, really loved.
Yeah.
But yeah, and because like I think, you know, from what little I've seen of Erika Ishii on Ghost of Yote, she seems really solid, but I don't know that that's another one that I would go with this year.
I really liked her overall. So she definitely, in my opinion, deserved that. I don't know if she would win it for me, but
I don't think she is. I think it's going to be.
She's definitely not going to. Come on.
It's probably going to be Charlie Cox, which I find very weird. I thought it was fine. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought they did pretty good, honestly.
So much with Expedition 33. I was like, yeah, that was fine.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, they did fine.
Look, I fucking love Ben Starr, but I don't think that performance was
Ben Starr in that game. I didn't think was like, didn't really blow me away. They were good.
Compared to other stuff that I've seen him in,
Charlie Cox would probably be personally like the one that I do remember, because I really did start to like that character, and a lot of it was because of a lot of his delivery and stuff like that. I thought was pretty decent.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like you know, play the game. Then I'll leave it there. Yeah, so I don't know, but Erika Ishii, I did really like by the end of that. I thought they were pretty good. I really came around to Atsu after a while, and they were one of my favorite characters of the year. So
okay.
Yeah, the stuff happens with that character that I thought was pretty good.
Nice.
So yeah,
this is one of the things that I have on the docket, just because like I've been seeing a lot of ads with it because we're in the holiday season now.
Sure.
Have you ever been anywhere that made a gingerbread house, Justin?
No, I have not.
Okay. I haven't either. So this is going nowhere, but I guess I'll just pose it to the listeners. Like, do you eat that shit, or is it just decorative?
I don't really think anybody eats a gingerbread house.
That just seems like so pointless.
Well,
I mean, I don't like gingerbread really to begin with.
I think gingerbread houses are kind of, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe other people are like, oh no, I totally eat a gingerbread house. Eat it all the time. It's great. But in my opinion, they're like the old school. Okay, you know those cakes that they make with like all the fondant and shit like that? And
I
like,
was going to say, that's what it reminds me of, and I hate that shit.
Yeah, right. It's like nobody wants to eat this cake but like the concept is we made this a cake. You can eat it, but nobody's going to eat it because like, it's not, it's whatever. But like, that's what a gingerbread house reminds me of. Like, it's the old school thing for what we have now as like these fancy cakes. So yeah.
I remember I used to watch my friends Joe and Shannon when they lived here. They used to watch the Food Network almost exclusively, and so I saw a lot of. I guess it was Cake Boss, the one with Duff.
Yeah.
From Charm City Cakes.
I think that was Cake Boss. Yeah.
I always remember him because he had one of his employees looks like a serial killer.
Well, see, he was the white guy that had the little goatee.
Yeah, real skinny.
That's Cake Boss. Yeah, pretty sure.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Duff. Yeah, kind of rotund.
Yeah, kind of heavy
set.
set. Yeah, bald guy has a little goatee. Yeah,
and he has an employee that's like really skinny with these really scary eyes and looks like a serial killer.
I don't recall that, but I believe you. Yeah, it sounds right.
But I was just like watching him making these cakes, and it's like so many people have touched this cake in the course of this week.
Yeah,
it's like. I don't care if like they're using all the sanitary practices.
Yeah.
It's just the knowledge that like this thing has been touched by this many people over the course of a week. It's like, it's not even a fresh cake. It's been, you made it like a week ago.
Yeah, they made it, yeah.
And you just covered it in all this fondant.
Nobody's going to eat it.
Yeah. And I don't like, fondant is nasty to me.
I've never had it. Never had it. And I don't.
My first girlfriend was really good. Like she makes those types of cakes. Sure. She's really talented at it. But like I had one and I was like, oh yeah, this fondant is just so thick and you kind of almost want to just like peel it away.
Yeah.
And it just seems so pointless to me.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
And gingerbread houses seem the same way.
It feels like you get a cake made like that for a big event and then nobody eats it, but you also get another cake that people will eat. Like, and it's like, hey, this one has actual frosting and it's good to eat. How about that one? How about we eat this one and we look at this one?
Just so wasteful.
It's a weird thing. I know. I never really got it either, but here we are. You know? Yeah. No, I know.
Big Baker's listening to this one seething.
Is she like fondant?
Fine. I mean, she's a baker. She's a baker by trade.
Oh, it's not just a name. So. Okay. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Maybe if she wants to write into the show and defend the cake making practices, by all means do so. I would be happy to see the opposite argument for it.
Yeah.
Unless they don't have one, in which case then we're right. And there you go.
There you go.
Sometimes you're just right. What are you going to do?
The Stage Select is made possible through the support and funding of viewers like you. Here are our wonderful patrons.
Well, Justin, before we move on, I think it is a good a time as any to thank our lovely patrons.
Let's do that.
We appreciate all of our lovely patrons, and this being the first episode of the month, it is time to thank all of our lovely patrons.
Okay.
Starting with the executive producer tier, we have Philip P.K. Becker.
We have Casey Curran.
We have Exrian.
We have Xavier Krager.
We have Stephen Lobo.
We have David Portnov.
We have Bookie.
We have Matt Jorgensen.
We have Dennis Robertson.
We have Raymond Crum.
We have Eric Peacock of the Soundtracker podcast.
We have Big Baker.
We have Game Johnson of Retrofits.
We have 60X Cell? Is it just Cell? It's just Cell now.
Just Cell.
There we go.
Yeah. They're wasting away.
And they're doing something.
We have Addy XD.
We have Dr. Delicious.
We have Bill Tucker of A Gamer Looks at 40.
We have Blaine Faya.
And at the associate producers tier, we have friend of the show, John Gholson.
We have Weston of Big Nerd Gaming.
Yes, go check out the blog. Go check out the podcast on YouTube.
Absolutely.
We have Daftman.
And at the Key Grip tier, we have Theron.
And at the free tier, we have Jake Smith.
We have Lazy Bokes.
We have Aristocratical Chic.
We have Joshua Moncrief.
And last but certainly not least, we have Reese Duff.
There you go.
Thank you, everyone, supporting the show and checking us out. It means a lot. Speaking of which, you know, we're all about listeners and everything.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And I think it's been a bit, and I think it's time to come back to the listener favorites segment.
It's been what
Yeah.
makes you look to me.
It's weird we can't hear anything.
I like it because I can hear all of it, and it's also long enough. Sorry to interrupt what's happening, but it's also long enough for me to boot up YouTube because I know I'm going to need it at certain points here. So
Yes, it is time for Judge My Mix. And as I had said last time that we did this, that I'm not going to submit one this time.
All right.
Because we've got some listener submitted mixes for us to judge that have been kind of stacking up. Starting over on Discord, or sorry, not Discord, Patreon.
okay.
From Xavier Krager, who says,
Oh boy.
all right, I had to dig in my attic and find one of the only unbroken mix CDs that I still have after my car accident.
Oh boy.
And then dig to find something that could actually play CDs, since PS5 apparently doesn't. So here we go. It is a 14-track mix. No title to the mix. Number
Okay.
1, Don't Fear the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Blue Oyster Cult, sure. That's fine. Perfectly okay. All right. Good.
Track number 2.
Yeah.
I Melt With You by Bowling for Soup.
Okay.
Parenthetical, I loved this song in Sky High, which I've actually seen Sky High.
Sky High.
It's a movie about a high school for superheroes.
That rings a bell. I've never seen it, obviously, but I remember the
good.
concept of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's a remake of the 80s song.
Oh, let's look it up. I don't know much about Bowling for Soup other than they made a song about Alexa Bliss. Bowling for Soup.
It was a remake of the song that I'm thinking of. I never understood the lyrics. Never understood the This is a weird song to me.
It's loud. You have to turn that down. Oh yeah. It's a remake of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
100%.
a huge fan of that song then.
And it's worse because it's Bowling for Soup. So there you go.
Track number 3, Handlebars by the Flowbots.
Oh, hold on. I gotta look that one up too. I know that, but
Flowbots, Flobots.
Yeah, no, I'm familiar. Yeah, where do I know I'm gonna hear this and be like, fuck, I forgot this existed. Well, let's go with this. Okay. I know I've heard this. I don't want to subscribe to your YouTube. It's just this. Oh, fuck, man. Yeah. I hate this song. Uh-huh. Okay, I don't need to hear anymore. It's white guy rap. Fair enough.
Oh, okay.
Let's continue on.
Track number 4.
At least it's not like Insane Clown Posse white guy rap, but it's continue on.
Track number 4, Bullet by Hollywood Undead.
Oh, I don't need to listen to anything by Hollywood Undead today. Sorry, I'm not looking that up. Fuck. Oh God, that is like one of my most hated bands, maybe of all time.
Oh shit. Okay.
They're fucking terrible. God, they're awful. They were. Ugh. Oh, there was like a period of time in video games like where they would every time there was like a licensed soundtrack, we had to put a Hollywood Undead song on there, and I was just like, every single one of them, I was just like, these guys fucking suck. They're fucking terrible. And then like somebody I was kind of, I guess that I'm sort of like a step family member was really into them, and they would play them, and I was like, yeah, this is as bad as I thought it was. It's still awful. Oh God, Hollywood Undead's fucking bad. I'm sorry, Xavier. Oof. We're not off to a good start here. I mean, well, we started off fine. I was like, oh yeah, Don't Fear the Reaper. Yeah, okay, all right. We're okay. And then okay, it's been downhill since. All right. Continue on.
This one might perk you up.
Okay.
Track 5, Empty Walls by Serge Tankian.
Okay. Anything by Serge Tankian is probably fine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm a big System of a Down guy. They're great.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to much of his solo stuff, but yeah, that's probably fine. So yeah. Okay.
Number 6, Love Lockdown by Kanye West. He does say in parentheses, I regret this a bit now, but I like several songs from him for quite a while.
We didn't know.
We didn't know.
There was no way to know. I loved Kanye West when we were in our George Bush Hates Black People days. Like that kind of crazy was great. And then he went a different kind of crazy. We didn't know. There was no way to know. I liked Kanye West too. I was a big fan of like those first like 3 or 4 albums that he put out were fucking great. And then like, yeah, oh boy, I can't listen to him anymore. I'm just like, yeah, no, we're off. I'm off the train now completely. But yeah, no, you're forgiven for that. This was, I can tell the general time frame of when you made this. So yeah, that's understandable.
Number 7, Kiss from a Rose by Seal.
Now we're fucking talking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now we're fucking talking. That should okay. All right, you're coming back a little bit. This is a solid 50-50 here for me. That's fucking great. That is on my top songs that I get stuck in my head for whatever fucking reason. Because anytime somebody says "Did you know," I will complete the lyrics. It's terrible. All right.
Track number 8, Gravel Pit by Wu-Tang Clan.
All right. Okay. All right.
I know you're a big Wu-Tang fan.
I do like Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang's great.
Yeah.
Gravel Pit's a weird one. The W was a weird album. It's a good album, but like I don't know, it's just an odd one. That song was weird. The video for it, they do like a Flintstones thing for it. It's really odd. Wu-Tang was weird, but all right, that's good. Okay. Good beat. Yeah.
Track number 9, Green Grass and High Tides Forever by the Outlaws.
Oh, okay.
And he says, I always preferred Guitar Hero to Rock Band, but this one song really grabbed me from that game.
Yeah, I was like, that's a Guitar Hero song, isn't it? Yeah, that's okay. I gotta recall this one.
Oh, I think it's a Rock Band track, is what I'm understanding.
I can't remember which one's which anymore. Like,
yeah,
like which song came out on which thing. God, can I get? Thank you.
I never actually played Rock Band. I only played Guitar Hero 1 through 3.
Yeah. I played a lot of Rock Band, actually. I really liked Rock Band. That was like one where we would have like parties at people's houses and stuff for Rock Band. That was like a big event because like if you bought the whole set and all that stuff, like 4 people could play at a time. It was great. Like we had a blast.
Yeah. Yeah, we just did 2-player Guitar Hero.
Yeah, I think I had a lot of playlists that were like Guitar Hero songs because I'd be like, oh, I've never heard this before. This is interesting. And I would just get that song.
Guitar Hero introduced me to a lot of classic rock and rock and metal in general.
What year did this come out? It sounds very old, but I'm not exactly 100% sure when it came out. It has an old sound to it. Yeah, 1975. This song was hard. I remember this one being hard. But then again, you're talking to a guy that would play everything on expert, so yeah, of course it was hard. All right, yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. All right, we're coming back around. You have a couple bad ones, but most of this has been good. You're okay, but let's see how it ends. Let's keep going.
Track 10, All These Things I Hate, parentheses, revolve around you by Bullet for My Valentine.
Ooh, not a big Bullet for My Valentine guy. I don't know that
band
song.
name sounds like something that's a Julian jam.
Oh, no, you would hate it. They're really screamo, if I remember right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Never
I
mind.
could be wrong. They were like, I would always get them confused with, for whatever reason, I would always get them confused with Avenged Sevenfold. They definitely don't sound like them. But, like, they're kind of... What was the song title again? Just to make sure I'm right about what I'm saying.
All These Things I Hate,
okay.
parentheses, revolve around you.
Oh God, I have to type correctly. Yeah, that's sure. Oh, there's an official music video. Okay, why not? Let's watch that. Oh boy. Okay, commercials. Great. Okay, skip. Okay, good. Okay, we're at a motel. It's white. There's pictures. Okay. This isn't as screamo yet. You know what? They aren't. I know why I'd get them confused with Avenged Sevenfold now. I don't think they're as screamo. I could be way off. I think I'm thinking of a different band. I didn't listen to a lot of Bullet for My Valentine. They were in that era, though.
Mm.
Ugh. Yeah. This video is very of its time.
What time is that?
Oh, the mid 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah. It could be worse. It's not good, but it could
Sure.
be worse. It's yeah, that girl looks like she is straight out of 2007 or whatever the fuck that. What year was this? I said 2007. Let's see how right I am or wrong. Probably really wrong. Oh, great. I can't find it. Oh, geez. Oh, God. Can you just tell me what year? Why do we have to give me all the? I don't need the lyrics. I just want to know what year it came out. Oh, too much research. Never mind. Continue on.
All right.
Yeah.
Track on number 11, Numb Encore by Linkin Park and Jay-Z.
Ugh. Yeah. I don't need to go into that. No. No. I millennials love Linkin Park, and I'm the one millennial that's like, I didn't like them when they first came out, and I stood firm on that my entire life. I respect them as a band, just not my cup of tea. But you could do worse. I don't know. You could do worse. It's fine. What else? What else is there?
Track number 12, Hey Jealousy by the Gin Blossoms.
Okay, now we're
That's
talking.
one I like a lot.
That's interesting. Yeah. Gin Blossoms are great. They're a very interesting band. I always wanted to do like a really researched a podcast about the fucking Gin Blossoms, and that would be my one researched podcast that I'd ever do. Because I always found their story fascinating, because like the guy that they were kind of a one-hit wonder with that song. The guy that wrote like basically all the music or lyrics or whatever it was, got kicked out of the band before it ever came out.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, it's really fascinating. So he wrote all, like, he basically wrote all these hit songs, but he also was kind of sounded like a real piece of shit. And that's why they kicked him out. But he also wrote all their music, and that's how. But like he kind of got fucked over in a way. Like it's very fascinating.
Yeah,
and I'd love to look more into it. But yeah, Hey Jealousy is a really good song. Actually, I mean, there's a reason why it was a hit. So yeah,
it's rough when unless you're doing like the studio thing where it's like all your songs are written by committee or whatever,
yeah.
and you don't have like someone on the band with like a vision of.
Yeah.
But if you do,
Yeah.
right, it's always rough if you lose that person.
Right.
To me, like,
Oh, yeah,
because that
and-
to me that's the heart of a band if that's what you've got, right? So that's why I always say that, like, for Nightwish, like if Tuomas leaves the band,
Sure, yeah.
then Nightwish is officially dead because he's the one that's written like all of the music
Yeah.
and lyrics for that band.
It's always interesting who's actually writing a lot of this stuff too, because it's not, usually most people in their mind it's like, oh, it's the person singing, but a lot of times it's not. A lot, like, I'm not a big Avenged Sevenfold guy, but like their drummer died. And it turned out he was the one that wrote a lot of their songs. And so like there was like definitely a huge dip in quality. I mean, I guess you could call it that. After he had passed. It's fascinating. But yeah, like I think he did end up passing away, the guy from the Gin Blossoms. Like it was a real sad story what happened to him. I'm every time I hear it, that song reminds me of a friend of mine because they really liked that song. And they were also kind of a drunk. So it always reminds me of them. And like they played music and everything too. And it, for whatever reason, I'm like, if we ever would have made it big, I feel like something like that would have happened to them. So it's always fascinating to me. Like they're a very fascinating band. But like I said, it's funny. It's weird that they came up. I think it was just this week Lonnie and I were talking about the Gin Blossoms because he was listening, or he had seen something on YouTube, and they still are touring and stuff like that, the Gin Blossoms, surprisingly enough, but they are doing the thing that you shouldn't do when you're an older band, and it's trying to dress like you're still in your 20s, and it's like, oh no, don't do that.
Yeah.
just come out in your dad's sweatshirt and just rock. It'll be great. Everybody will love it. Just they're just here to see that. It's fine. But yeah, but that's a good one. Okay, what else we got?
Lucky track number 13.
Okay.
If I Ever Leave the World Behind by Flogging Molly.
Oh, I don't know. I know them, but I don't know them. What was it called again?
If I Ever Leave the World Behind.
Okay. There we go. Is it Behind or Alive? No.
This says Behind.
Okay.
But could be a typo.
It could be. This, because what comes up is If I Ever Leave This World Alive by Flogging Molly. I'm going to assume, if I ever leave, I'll type in what he has. Behind. We'll just, that's not coming up. Okay. So I'm just going to go with this one, and I'm going to assume it's correct. And I'm going to assume Xavier was wrong when he wrote it. But who knows? Okay. Flogging. Oh, Amazon Music. No. Okay. All right. Sure. This one. It's Rack Friday. I don't know if you guys knew that. Now you do. Nordstrom's going strong. I don't think we have one of those around here.
Fuck Nordstrom's. They're the reason that Game Fellas was kicked out of our very awesome custom store at Barton Creek because they didn't want local businesses in the wing when they moved in.
I'm sorry.
So fucking Build-A-Bear moved into our spot. So also fuck Build-A-Bear. We'd probably still be in business if it wasn't for Nordstrom.
I'm sorry that Nordstrom did this to you. But it's Rack Friday, Julian. I don't know if you knew that.
I mean, I do now.
You're welcome. This is okay. I like the placement of this track. If I do have the right track here, so what I'm listening to is, like I said, this is If I Ever Leave This World Alive by Flogging Molly. It's Irish as fuck, which I expected as Flogging Molly, but it's kind of like acoustic, kind of lighthearted, or well, not lighthearted. It's sad in its own way. It's not. I like this placement here. This feels like a track 13. Okay, I like, that's fine. That's not bad. I'll take it. What else we got?
Okay.
How are we?
Final
concluding?
track.
Yeah.
Hip Hop Is Dead by Nas.
Okay. All right. Jay-Z and Nas on the same album. That's bold. Okay. All right. What was it called again? I know it's a Nas track.
Hip hop is dead.
Hip hop is dead. All right. I don't listen to a lot of Nas. I respect the hell out of him, but okay. Is this featuring Will I Am? Oh, Jesus Christ. Maybe I don't.
I like Will I Am.
I know you do. Oh, okay. Oh shit. Now I'm trying to think of where they got this beat from. I should know that. This is a dun, 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 dun. Now I'm just focused on where the beat's coming from. But this is good. I feel
Okay.
this is a weird song to conclude on. That's okay, that's good. I like that. I don't need to hear the rest, but it's good. That's a weird song to conclude on. I feel like Flogging Molly should have been last, actually, because that would have been a great way to go out on the soundtrack. I'm not going to dock a point for it, but I feel like in the future that's how you conclude there. If we're really going in on construction of the playlist here, that's not bad, Xavier. You got a few that I'm like, oh boy, but but for the most part, that's not bad. Man, score wise, that's like it's the Hollywood Undead track was bad. I don't even need to hear it, and I know it's bad because Hollywood Undead. There's a couple others that I'm not like. Bullet for My Valentine. I'm just not a fan of. They're fine. I've just never been big on them. God, what else was there? I'm trying to think of stuff. It's mainly just that Hollywood Undead track. What else was I not high on? I know there was a few. If you if you can refresh my memory, because now, for the most part, it was pretty solid though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was mostly it.
I think that might have been mostly it. There was a couple. I
don't think you liked Handlebars by the Flow Box.
Yeah, that one too. Yeah. I mean, but it's all a matter of taste, really. I'm not saying he has terrible. Absolutely. I'll poke fun at whatever, but really, if you like it, that's all that matters. You know what? I'm gonna give that an 8. There's 2 tracks that are bad. Well, I'll deduct 2 points for that. Two tracks that, like, one I just don't care for. The Flowbots one, that was a hit back when it came out. I do remember that. The Linkin Park I've never been a fan of, but that's fine. Millennials love Linkin Park. I get it. I'm not gonna go too hard on Linkin Park ever. For the most part, yeah, no, that was good. I think if I was being really strict, I would knock like a point of a point, like 0.1 off for not putting the Flogging Molly track last, because I think that would have been actually like a perfect conclusion, but like and for future reference, keep it in mind. But no, I think that's a solid 8. I think that's a good one. I commend you for that one. That's a good one.
I'm going with a 7.
Okay.
I think there's stuff on there that I like enough. And it sounds like some of the stuff that I haven't heard, it's like 50-50 if it's up my alley or not.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm
Bullet
at.
for My Valentine's weird. You'd have to listen to them. I'm personally not big on them. But other people are, and that's fine. Hollywood Undead is just like, oh God, yeah, that's abysmal to me. That's like one of those bands I'm just like, I don't get it and I don't see it. I don't know why these guys were ever popular, but they were. So it's very of its time, and that's perfect. That's what we're looking for here. But 7 is a fine score for Julian. He's looking for that 90s vibe, and that's fair.
Not necessarily.
Well, that's fair. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, honestly, like you throw in some 60s or 70s in there, you're getting a much.
That's.
I mean,
that's
and there
also
was
true.
a nice 70s track in there.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
I feel
All
like
right.
that flogging Molly track is one you would actually somehow dig. I don't know how. Why?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I've heard Flogging Molly before, but I'm
They're Irish
pretty
as
weak
shit.
to Irish.
I keep
yeah,
thinking.
and I'm so weak to Irish
Okay,
shit. So
let me just. Was Flogging Molly the guys that did Molly? I'm not the biggest one of their fans. I don't listen to a lot of their stuff. What was the one? I feel like they were. Was they in that? Oh no, I'm thinking of a different Irish band, the Dropkick Murphys. Sure, fair. Okay, never mind. Continue on.
all right. We'll close with this mix from Dennis Robertson on Discord, who says, my mixtape from middle school in 1989.
Oh, no.
This is an
Oh, this is
approximation
gonna
of
be
what my
great.
mixtapes would have been like in 8th grade.
Okay.
Pop rap from Yo MTV Raps.
Okay.
Pop hair bands that I liked, and The Cure. Okay, so this is an approximation. This isn't an
Okay,
actual.
well, all right. I'll take it. That's fine.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
because this is actually like 18 tracks, so
Okay.
obviously longer than what would have been.
What would have
on
been
a,
on a actual cassette? Right. Yes.
right. Starting off with Big Daddy Kane, Smooth Operator.
All right. Why not? Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, why not?
Toad Loke, Funky Cold Medina.
Oh God,
I'm a
yeah.
fan of that one.
I've never been a Tone Loc guy.
I just like that song.
That's fair. I mean, he had a few hits,
Yeah.
and God bless him. I've never been high on him though. But okay, that's fine. Let's continue on.
DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, A Nightmare on My Street.
Oh,
I don't know that
yeah,
one.
they did that. Yeah, I don't like Will Smith. I just don't like him. I didn't even really care for him when I was a kid. I was just like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
The show was good. I mean, well, good's was a strong term. It was fine. I'm not a big Fresh Prince of Bel-Air fan like other people are, but that show's fine. Anyway, what else we got?
The Cure, Lullaby.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. He did say The Cure would be on here, so that makes sense.
De La Soul, Me, Myself, and I.
Yeah. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sure. Great. Okay.
Beastie Boys, Shake Your Rump. I don't like the Beastie Boys at all.
I like the Beastie Boys after their first album. Hold on. Now I gotta hear that song. I apologize.
You're fine.
Because if it's first album Beastie Boys, it's probably terrible. And that's the Beastie Boys that everybody likes, and I think they're wrong. Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh God, I'm bad on a laptop. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, it's going so poorly. Okay. Oh yeah, no, this is what album was this? Is this Paul's Boutique? Yeah, this is Paul's Boutique. Okay. Paul's Boutique is fine. Yeah, Paul's Boutique is okay. This is post first album. Post first album Beastie Boys is okay. I'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it. That's fine. Oh, I closed YouTube, but can't do that. Can't do that. Screwed up. Okay. Yeah. No, Paul's Boutique is okay. Okay, go ahead.
Tone Loc, Wild Thing.
Too many Tone
I
Loc
like that one
songs.
too.
Just immediately too many Tone Loc songs. Just that's one is enough. Pick one and move on. That they're all the same. They're all exactly alike to me.
Next, Young MC, Bust a Move.
Oh yeah. Yeah. you are making the House Party 1 and 2 soundtrack or something. I don't know what you're doing here, but that's fine. Yeah. All right. Bust a move. Young MC.
Guns N' Roses, Welcome to the Jungle.
Okay, I respect the hell out of Guns N' Roses. Their first album's great. Well, it's not my particular cup of tea, but I respect it. It's good. Like you can play that and I'd be like, yeah, this is a respectable music that they've done here. I even like when they went a little insane and made a double album that took them for fucking ever to make and all that stuff. I don't really like their music, and I think Axl Rose is a fucking insane person, which kind of makes it fun in its own way. Welcome to the Jungle is a song I've heard entirely too many times, though.
Sure.
And I judge that a little bit. I don't know if it's enough to knock a point off.
Especially in 89.
Yeah, especially in 89. In 89, now if we're going back to the context of we made this in 89, see, this is tricky because this is a concept of what they would have made in 89, right? So that's tricky.
Right. That is tricky.
It's
to rock around.
If now if we have Run DMC, it's tricky on here. That now we're getting somewhere, but I don't know if they're gonna have that. I wouldn't put it past them. That seems to be the tone we're going with right now. Yeah, but Welcome to the Jungle was a huge thing in around that time. So yeah, okay. Okay. Continue on. What else we got?
Def Leppard, Pour Some Sugar on Me. I know how much you love Def Leppard, Justin.
Yeah. Listen. Say what you want about Def Leppard. I don't like Def Leppard. I don't. I've seen them live. It wasn't great. But that guy had one arm and boy was he drumming. That was interesting. That is fun. That is worth the price of admission alone. Saw Buddy Guy right before him and I was like, this is a weird change of tone. Not even
right. You mentioned that when we were doing Sinners.
Yes, yeah. That was a weird change in tone. I was like, oh man, this guy is great. And then fucking Def Leppard comes on after him. It's so weird. That being said, okay, I hate Pour Some Sugar on Me. I think it's a fucking abysmal. It's like a pop. It is made to be a hit. That song is just made to be like, this is going to get played on the radio. It's going to be huge. Girls are going to love it. And we're going to get so many girls from this song. And probably they did. Good for them. To be fair though,
made to be a hit before music producers cracked the actual code on making a hit.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, they did it on their own. I'll give them that. You know, I absolutely will. That being said, I still hate the song. It's, oh God, what a fucking piece of shit. And Def Leppard actually has some songs that I'm like, yo, this is all right. This is pretty. My sister and I started to do a podcast and it kind of fell through as we were doing it. And then I kind of have lost the recordings now. So it's, I'd have to start over. And if I ever started it over, I have some different ideas for it. It was a lot of concept, but one thing we did while we were doing that is we did rank a Def Leppard song. We were going to rank the joke was we were going to rank every song ever made. Obviously we weren't going to do that, but you get the concept. We did do a Def Leppard song, but the song we did was Foolin'. And that song is fucking great. Actually, it's stupid as hell, but it's got a good structure to it. And I think it was number one, actually. I mean, the list was only like 10 songs by the time we were done, but it was number one. I tried real hard to get Duran Duran above it, but it was not gonna. I could not get her to budge on that. But yeah, Pour Some Sugar on Me would not be number one. That song sucks. I hate that song. Oh, okay. What's next?
DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Parents just don't understand.
Yeah, they don't. They sure don't. Yeah.
The Cure, Love Song.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, Cure. Why not?
Michael Jackson, Smooth Criminal, my favorite Michael Jackson song.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. That's fine. Yeah, yeah, okay. What else?
Next, Salt and Pepper, Push It.
Yeah, okay. Oh man, I don't.
Man,
what?
Salt and Pepper was so fucking hot.
Oh wait, yeah. I mean, yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah, I don't have. That's a song that I don't really have particular strong feelings for. That's another one that pops into my head a lot because if something is said along the lines of "push it," that's what pops into your head, right? That's just
Sure.
what happens. But a good beat, very catchy beat, like very catchy tune to the beat. Dun 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 dun. This is good.
Yeah.
Salt and Pepper was there, and they were in effect. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing.
And I like that. Then following that is Guns N' Roses, "Sweet Child of Mine."
Okay,
Yeah.
I was wondering about that. At least they split it up. You know,
Yeah.
at least they split the Guns N' Roses up. I would like a little more variety. Because there's 2 Fresh Prince songs and there's 2 Guns N' Roses songs, and 2 Cure songs.
There's
To
2
be
Cure
fair,
songs.
yeah, there's 2 of a couple different bands
Yeah.
on here. But yeah, that's fair. That's was what you were into. Again, this is odd to judge because it's a concept, so we can kind of
Right.
kind of do whatever. What else we got?
Depeche Mode, "Never Let Me Down Again."
Yeah, Depeche Mode's an interesting one. I know that's a band Lonnie's really into, or a group or guy. I'm not really sure what Depeche Mode. I've never really listened to a lot of Depeche Mode. I know that might be a musical sin, but they
No,
never
same
really
thing
been
for
my
me.
style of stuff. Respect them, but just here in my car, if that was them, I think that was them. I don't even know anymore. Okay, yeah, okay, respectable. I'm just gonna accept that one. Okay, go ahead.
And rounding it out with 2 final tracks from The Cure, "Pictures of You" and "Fascination
Too many
Street."
Cure songs, but that's fine. Pictures of yeah, okay, all right, yeah, not bad. A little too many of the same band. I respect that they knew the rules going in and still went that route. That's respectable.
Right.
Because they could have been like, oh, I don't want to, I want to beef it up a little bit. Let me take some of these off and put some of these on here. So I respect that they did that. There's some good ones. There's some, a lot of it's in the mediocre category. But if we're saying it's 89, right? Like, there's nothing where I'm like, oh yeah, that's amazing. In that playlist, also you Pour Some Sugar on Me, and I'm just like, god damn it. I think that's like a 7 for me.
Okay.
Yeah. No, 6.5. You had some stuff on there too many times. You know what? Let's even it out. It's a 6.75. That's where I'm landing on it. I'm going that route.
Okay.
Nobody can stop me.
Yeah, this one's a little hard for me. Because you're right. It is kind of more of a concept
It's
than
a
anything.
concept, I feel like I might have if he peeled this off of like, no, I listened to the tape and these were the songs written down and all this stuff, I would be like, okay, that's fascinating, but like he has some room to play with here, and that's interesting. At least some parts of it were honest, right? Like the repeating of tracks and stuff like that, and the repeating of artists and stuff like that. At least that stuff was honest. I will give them that. So yeah. But yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one.
I'm gonna go 8. I appreciate that Dennis got into the same general amount of safe rap that I did.
Yeah, you did.
Because that's the type of stuff that, like, again, I didn't grow up listening to a lot of like popular music at the time, but a lot of the rap that he's got on there is stuff that penetrated into my, especially
those were
DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince
those were
stuff,
very
right?
popular songs. Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
And also it feels a lot like like you said, it's a lot of I mean, it's not the entire soundtrack, but it feels like what would have been playing at the party at the during Can't Hardly Wait.
Sure.
And so
yeah.
for that, like I give it like a
Yeah,
lot
there
of
you go.
respect.
Yeah, there you go.
And fun, there actually is like a couple Tone Loc tracks on that soundtrack as well. So I think that's kind of where it lands for me.
Yeah, only needed one Tone Loc track. That's all it needs. Just cut one of those. That's all you need. That's all. Just play. That's every playlist. You only need one Tone Loc track. That's my rule. Just one. But respect. It's not bad. 6.75 is where I'm gonna land on it, I think.
There you go. So that closes out this edition of Judge My Mix.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much.
Nothing's fine, I'm torn. I'm all out of
Had to shorten this one because we got a copyright ding the first time that I did it.
As God intended. I'm gonna blame Natalie Imbruglia. That's
No, actually, it was the Proclaimers.
the Proclaimers, really.
Yeah.
Oh, these guys. Yeah. That sounds right. That 500 miles is probably that's a song that they're just like, no, we have to protect this one. I see it. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, and I think that's now got the cue. Like that was the last one from the comments, questions, concerns channel on our Discord, because we do now have a Judge My Mix channel on the Discord. So
nice.
There are a couple in there already, and then if you want to submit additional ones, that's a way that you can do it, or any of the other places.
Every time I go to my dad's, I keep forgetting to dig out the old mix CDs that I had, and I had a few, so I gotta do that one of these days. They're just sitting in the trunk. Will they work? I don't know. They've been in the trunk of my car for a while, but that's where they're at.
After last week's episode where we were talking a lot about mall Chinese food, and then the discussion that ensued in our Discord channel, I was compelled to go to the mall on Wednesday to get some shitty Thai food, which I did.
Good job.
And it hit the spot.
Yeah.
But the thing is that like if I'm going to drive all the way down there, it's like I don't want to just do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. So when I got to the mall, I looked at like the movie theater there to see like, well, okay, what's showing at a decent time where I'm not going to be like sitting around here too long. And I was looking because like the Running Man was going to be like at 7:45, but it was like 6:30 at that point. I was like, that's longer than I want to wait to watch a movie starring a dude that I really want to punch in the face every time that I see him. I really don't like Glenn Powell.
Okay.
I've heard that movie is fantastic. I just
unfamiliar with Glenn Powell's work, so yeah.
Can't stand that dude, man. There's a couple other things, and then I was like, oh, Zootopia 2 came out.
Okay.
And I'm thinking that it came out like a week before.
Yeah.
Right? Because I haven't been paying attention. Little did I know that it was opening night. But thankfully, and I'll get to it in a little bit. Well, I guess in a second. But thankfully, like it was late enough that even though it was opening night, it wasn't full of kids. It was like kind of the older kids were there, so they're like 10 and up. Yeah. So not the ones that couldn't handle sitting through a movie,
right,
or anything like that. So it ended up actually being a very good experience because I like to watch animated movies and Disney movies and stuff like that, but I am aware that I'm just like a dude in his 40s by himself with no children. And you can usually, if you go in the evening, that's usually not a problem. Right. It's during the day where it starts to look kind of weird.
Yeah.
But before the movie, Justin.
Okay.
I want to run this by you to see what you think.
Okay.
There is a commercial for Facebook, which lol. And it's a holiday commercial for Facebook. Okay. So it's like these people working in an office and this guy gets this woman in his group that for Secret Santa.
Okay.
And so now to be clear, when he looks her up, it shows that she is a friend of his on Facebook, right?
Okay.
So there is that. So he goes on her Facebook page and he sees that she's into gardening.
Okay.
So he starts looking at like gardening stuff for gifts.
Yeah.
And then like she's like in the break room and he kind of like very stealthily like looks at her coffee mug to see that there's like a dandelion on it.
Okay.
So he starts to look for like dandelion related stuff.
Okay.
And then he like stalks her Facebook page some more and sees that she's into Kiss. So eventually he gets her like these like handmade or hand painted like Kiss garden gnomes as a gift or whatever.
Okay.
And it's like, oh, it's like this sweet, like, oh, you really like figured out what I like. And I'm watching this and I'm like, that's creepy as fuck, man.
Yeah.
But is that just me or am I just like extra paranoid these days?
Listen, that's just what we do nowadays, man. That's just that's like
did not like it.
Oh, this is a reason why I don't put pictures and shit on social media, because like I don't like people doing exactly that sort of thing. That's just what people do. Like as soon as you meet someone, especially like at least where I live, and because Facebook is still a big thing around here, especially with, you know, people older, slightly older, they all automatically, like, not even that old, it's just for whatever reason people around my area love fucking Facebook. And they will instantly ask you if you're on Facebook, to which I will reply, you can find me on there, but you ain't gonna get shit. Because that thing's abandoned. And usually they're like, oh, okay, so I won't even bother. But that's because they want to look you up. They want to see what you're up to. And like my sister used to like meet people and then go like look at their page, or like hear about somebody and then go look at their page and look through all their shit and stuff like that. It's a thing people do. Is it creepy? A little bit, but like that's just the world we live in, I guess, nowadays. It's kudos to them, I guess, a little bit for, you know, leaning into that people do that. I don't know.
Yeah, it was kind of when you I felt a certain way about it when that ad ended.
You have to remember though, when you're putting stuff on social media, people can just go look at that, you know. So,
oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I'm pretty cognizant about that. Like my thing is that I always post things after the fact.
Right.
I make a point of that. Like I never post anything like when I'm in the middle of it.
Yeah, right.
Except on the Discord occasionally I will.
Oh,
like
sure.
If I'm like but I don't like advertising like what I'm doing at any particular moments.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
I'll talk about it later.
Sure. Absolutely.
But and then I it's funny because like, man, people on Blue Sky really like posting pictures of themselves, and I rarely take pictures of myself, let alone post pictures of myself anymore.
I'm very grateful that both Kim and I are very much the same in the we don't like taking pictures of ourselves aspect.
Yeah.
So we just don't do that. Like, thank God, because that would annoy me. But we're both we're just like that. So it's fine.
Mine comes from being in photography for so long in high school and afterwards, where it's like I was always the one taking the pictures, not being in the pictures.
Yeah.
So I got very used to not being in pictures.
Right.
And sometimes I'll be sad. It's like, oh man, I kind of wish I had a picture of myself at this event or that event.
Yeah.
But not usually. It's like, to me, it's like knowing that I was there is fine enough.
My biggest thing, especially like at events nowadays, and some artists like I used to go to a lot of concerts, and you know we'd take the occasional picture or something like that. But like you see a lot of concerts now where it's just nothing but people holding up their phones and watching it through that lens.
Through their phone.
And like I've seen artists call that out and be like, just be here in the moment. And that's always been my thing, is like, I'd rather, live it and enjoy it and tell the story afterwards than like, no, here's what happened verbatim, but I wasn't really paying attention because I was getting this good shot with my phone. It's like, no, you're not enjoying it. You're just fucking doing this for social media clout or whatever the fuck you're doing it for. It's not making a memory. It's making a fucking, vlog or whatever the hell you're doing. I hate when people do that shit. And I hate when people see it. And I'm glad when artists call it out, because I think it's bullshit.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I haven't been to like a real I've been to like Final Fantasy Distant Worlds like since the pandemic, but I haven't been to like see someone perform.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a while for me too.
Yeah. But the last act that I saw pre-pandemic was Ninja Sex Party. Sure. And it's like, yeah, I have a handful of pictures that I took that had pretty good seats. And then I put the phone away and I watched the concert.
You watched the concert, yeah.
Yeah. And that I just prefer that. I did take a partial video of a song when we went to go see Florence and the Machine, but that was just because like I don't know that I'm ever going to get to see Florence and the Machine live again.
We had when we were going to concerts, like that was 2008, 2009. Cell phone technology was a little different back then, so the video quality wasn't super good. But I remember we had like a couple clips. Like here's 15 seconds of this band playing. You can't make out any of the sound because it's just noise. But like, it was fun. That was us. We were right here. It was cool. I think my favorite picture from a concert was taken after the concert, and it was my sister and I went to this really small venue in Cleveland. I think it's still around. It was called the Grog Shop, and the stage for this place was like up to your knee, and they didn't have like any sort of guardrail from it or anything. So like you had to set your leg on the stage to push people back off of you. It was intimate and dangerous at the same time. It was fucking wild. Some bands would just like you would get the normal crowd push, and they'd start like falling into the equipment on stage. It became a problem sometimes. But anyway, we watched a band, semi-popular emo band, I guess they're called Thursday. My sister and I watched them play. And at the end of the show, that place was like so small, there was no place that the band could really go after they were done with their set. So they would just kind of go off to the side, and there they were. So like we went off and we met the lead singer, and my sister got a picture with him, and he's like all sweaty, but like he was super nice. And it was very pleasant. And yeah, she got a picture taken with him, and that was nice. That was a fun picture. I think she still has it somewhere, but I don't know. It was on an old phone. But yeah, stuff like that. Those are my concert memories. Like I remember distinctly all this stuff, and I remember certain ways that songs were set up because I was there watching it, not living it through my phone. So yeah.
Well, then I have the other problem that I've inherited my dad's poor memory. So it's like I don't remember shit.
Yeah, I
remember little snippets here and there, but like not
my concert memories are pretty good most of the time. There's definitely like some that I don't always recall, but like I remember a lot of. I can sit here and tell concert stories for a while if I wanted to. I won't, but I could. But yeah.
And then there's a trailer for a movie that I truly feel was made in a boardroom. like the concept for the movie was made in a boardroom, not anybody that's creative at all.
No, that's
and it reminded me of a bit on there's a season of No One Can Know About This where Jeff and Ryan start workshopping an animated movie about a bull that wants to own a china shop. They started with just the concept of a bull in a china shop.
Yeah.
And it's like the most cynical, like, because they just know exactly like what like executives would want for this type of like very safe animated movie aimed at like 6 to 8 year olds.
Absolutely.
And the first thing about it is that I felt like, wait, is this like the first thing that animated movie that's like all AI? And then it says it's made from the people from the same studio that made K-pop Demon Hunters and Into the Spider-Verse, and I'm like, is this like the D team? Because this looks like shit.
Oh, good. That's what you want. Yeah.
But it's about it's all anthropomorphized animals.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
It's about a young goat who grows up. He wants to be a basketball player so bad.
Yeah. Well,
but he's so small, but he wants to be a basketball player.
Yeah.
Can you guess the name of this movie, Justin?
The goat.
You'd think so.
Yeah.
It's just goat.
Okay,
But
just
it's like
goat. Okay.
it's obviously but they got there from everybody calls
Calls it
like
the
everybody
goat.
refers to the goat.
Yeah.
And so what if we made a basketball movie about a goat?
Right.
The end.
Yeah.
It's oh god.
It's like Air Bud, but not as good.
Well, but animated.
Yeah, and animated. It's animated Air
Yeah.
Bud, but a goat, and he's the goat. Get it? It's fun.
It's
fun, Julian.
man.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's fun.
But thankfully, Zootopia 2 was just a phenomenal
Oh, good.
film. A phenomenal film that I think is probably the most for adults animated film that I've ever seen that was like that's marketed towards kids.
I feel like the first movie was sort of leaning into that too. I never seen it, but I feel
was gonna ask you about that.
remember that being a thing. Like adults liked Zootopia a lot.
They did,
Yeah.
and part of it is because like a lot of it has like these allegories for like race relations,
Sure,
right?
sure.
Like the concept of Zootopia 1 is the main character Judy Hopps wants to be a police officer,
Mhm.
but she's a bunny and she's too small. Like, it's like they basically the goat takes like the concept of Zootopia and then just like slaps like internet buzzword onto
Sure,
it
yeah.
and what but there's a lot of stuff where it's racial stuff, right?
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
there's a part where they're talking to this sheep
Mhm.
and someone like is it that no there's something with Judy where she's like, no, you can't say that.
Mhm.
Like we can say that, but you can't say
Right,
that, right?
yes.
Like stuff like that, right? But at the end of the day, like it's still just like a really fun kids movie.
Right. Yeah.
Zootopia 2 I was thinking about this. It reminds me of when I was like, 9, 10, 11 watching The Simpsons.
Okay. Yeah.
Where I enjoyed it because it was a cartoon and Bart was silly,
Mhm. Right.
and
Absolutely.
he was doing the Bart
Doing
man.
the Bartman.
And,
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
yeah, and Homer would say dough, and then that was funny
was
and
funny.
everything. But the overall comedy was
Way over your
very much for adults.
Yeah, way
right?
over
Like,
your head. Yeah.
yeah, referencing things from like 20, 30 years
Right.
ago, or just like the actual stuff that they're talking about. If they weren't episodes that were centered around Bart or Lisa,
Mhm.
right? Those were obviously more relatable.
Sure.
But if they were related, if they're more surrounding like Homer and Marge and stuff like that,
Mhm.
like I wasn't getting most of that stuff because I was a kid.
Mhm.
This is very much that.
I got you.
So
Yeah.
the story starts off with Judy and Nick, her Fox partner, having to go into partner therapy because they're considered a dysfunctional team,
Sure.
and it is very high level therapy talk.
Yeah.
It like not sugarcoating it or dumbing it down at all. It is like very therapy talk, and it comes back around at the end when they're kind of trying to talk about their feelings and how they relate to each other and everything. Gonna fly over kids' heads completely.
Oh yeah.
But a lot of the core of the story is like there's elements of it that are like, oh, you're referencing what happened to Black Wall Street in Tulsa,
Right.
but with animals.
Sure.
And like we held down like an entire type of animal in this whole like setup,
Right.
and swept it under the rug because we had the power to do so.
Right.
Like shit that like I don't think like kids are gonna watch this movie and they're gonna like it's colorful, and it's pretty and it's got great music and silly stuff happening, but it's like they're gonna come back around to it like 10 years later and be like, oh wow.
Well, yeah, and it's also for people that watched the original one as kids and grew up. Now they might get some of that humor too. So yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah.
'Cause I want to say because the first one came out back in like 2016, 2017.
Yeah, it's
so
been a while.
It's been
Yeah,
almost 10 years. Yeah. And it is funny because like at the beginning of the movie, like they're basically like, well, now that Judy Hopps has basically solved racism, like they don't say it that way,
Mhm.
but he's like, oh, she solved she solved the differences between all of our species.
Right.
It's like, yeah, we won the day, guys.
Right.
But there's even like there's a really excellent Shining reference to the Kubrick movie.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Where I started laughing like way ahead of it because I saw it immediately.
Yeah.
And I think someone was laughing at me laughing at it, but like I was like, that's very clever. And it's one of those things that I don't even know if like a lot of the adults in the room are going to get this, because like that's a pull. It's really well done. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I was just kind of shocked at a lot of the themes. And then I was thinking, it's like, man, this is coming out Thanksgiving weekend. There's going to be a bunch of like far right parents that get dragged to this movie because their kids want to see it, and they are going to be fucking seething in that seat.
Right.
Because it is so red hot race stuff going on in this movie, and like very apropos of what's going on in the world these days. And I was like, man, kudos to Walt Disney Animation for like going there.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
There's times where it's like, I wonder, because, you know, Disney is reportedly like super controlling, right? Like you gotta, the word is you gotta run like everything by like upper management and shit like that. And I'm always surprised when they're able to get stuff by those people. And I wonder if it's because they're not media savvy enough to get it. But like there was also just like a joke about in it about like, yeah, who says that the industry's going down the tubes? Like, I was like, God damn, like, okay, like, yeah, I would not expect a Disney exec to sign off on that, but they were probably, you know, like on their phone and also like on coke at the time when they were screening
Hard
it.
to
So
say. Yeah.
But no, great movie.
Nice.
Really enjoyed
That's
it.
good.
Just, I was just kind of sitting there kind of in awe of like, this is really like a movie for people like 21 and up.
Yeah, there you go.
that are really politically plugged in.
Yeah.
But high recommend.
Nice.
Great cast. Patrick Warburton is in it as the new mayor, and just, I mean, come on, he's Patrick Warburton.
Right.
Like he just kills it. So big recommend. I was a huge fan of the first movie as well. I think it's probably my favorite of the Walt Disney Animation Studio movies, and I prefer Walt Disney Animation to Pixar.
Right.
I am not a Pixar fan. I have moderately enjoyed the movies of theirs that I've seen. I don't think any of them I would say that I love, except for maybe Up. But I've also, every time that I watch a Pixar movie, I'm like, that was good. I never need to see it again. Right. Where the Walt Disney Animation stuff, I'm like, that was great. I can't wait to see that again.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And then the only other thing, and this is really quick, but I had alluded to it earlier, but one of the things, and I don't do it every year, but I'm always in the mood around Thanksgiving for the Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah.
And part of it, I realized, like, thinking about it, because, like, I know I had mentioned in the Discord, and 60 was like, oh, I really don't like those movies. I'm like, I mean, I get it, and I know there's like, I don't know, I can imagine you not liking Lord of the Rings.
I really liked the first trilogy. I
okay.
never watched the
kind of
Hobbit stuff, but I really did like.
Fuck that.
I seen the first one in the theater, and I was like, and I read the book actually as when I was in 8th grade. I remember I read The Hobbit, and I was like, oh, that was a really great book. I really liked it. And then it was like, but this book is going to be 3 movies. I was like, why? Why would that be 3 movies? That doesn't make any. That's too much. But anyway, I actually did. I liked the movie. I tried to read the books, but just couldn't get into them because it's
same.
You know what I mean? But like, I did like the movies. I really did.
Okay, nice to know.
Watched them a few times actually. So yeah, there you go.
Okay,
yeah.
And I realized watching it this time, because I watched Fellowship after I got home from Thanksgiving dinner, because that's the other thing that I find weird about Thanksgiving, having, you know, never celebrated it until like I was like in my 30s, is that to me it's dinner. So like you should be serving it at like 6 p.m. at the earliest. And it's like, that has not been my experience. It's been like, no, we're eating at like 3.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That doesn't compute, man. But yeah, so I got home with plenty of time to watch Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah, that's Thanksgiving.
Yesterday.
It's weird. I remember when I was younger, it'd be like dinner's at 1. I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, really?
Yeah.
Like, that's lunchtime. That's weird. Like,
Yeah.
this year it's been 3. And yeah, then I get home and it's like, okay, it's like 6. So that's fine. I'm good. It's weird. I don't know why all of a sudden on Thanksgiving dinner is sooner. I think
it's a weird concept because to me it's like on the outside looking in I would have figured like, okay, maybe you skip breakfast or you have like a really light breakfast, a really light lunch, and then dinner's at like 6 or 7.
I think that's the concept, but I also think the other concept is and the idea behind it is we're gonna have so much food, so people are gonna come in, they're gonna eat this 3:00 dinner. And then over time, they'll stick around, they'll talk to each other, and then they'll go back for more food or dessert time.
Right.
And I think that's the concept. So it goes on till question marks, but usually it's like, no, I eat once and I'm full and I want to go home now. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And thank goodness for Jack in the Box always being open on Thanksgiving so that
we
I
don't
could
have that
get like
luxury.
dinner last
Yeah.
night. Obviously, I'm watching extended
Sure.
cut because duh.
Those are the good ones.
But it occurred to me why these movies are so important to me now.
Mm.
And it was when I was watching it last night that it really clicked. And it's like, oh, right. It reminds me of like a very special time of my life because the first movie came out in 2001.
Right.
I'm working at Game Fellas. I'm living with my mom.
Yeah.
I'm in my 20s.
Yeah.
And even not having, because I didn't have any experience with The Lord of the Rings at the time. I think I read The Hobbit after I watched the first movie.
Yeah.
But I remember when the trailer came out and all the hype around it and everything.
Sure,
it's like it looked great, but like I didn't have any attachment to it or whatever. And then just being kind of blown away by that movie in the theater.
Right. Yeah.
And watching it like with my mom and watching it like each of those movies like 3 or 4 times in the theater, right?
Yeah.
As they came out. And they all came out around November. So that's the other correlation that I have.
Yeah.
And there's also just like kind of like there's like a November feel, especially to Fellowship of the Ring.
Sure.
To me,
Yeah.
where it's like, it's like this, there's a lot of like fall vibes, cold vibes to it. Like,
sure,
and obviously with the Hobbits, like with their food and stuff like that. Like, we went to a screening of, I forget which movie it was. Me and my friends that are now in Colorado, but at the Draft House where it was the Hobbit Feast.
Okay.
Where was it the whole trilogy? No, it was one of them because I missed the all day one where it was like all 3 movies. I had a ticket for it and then I overslept.
Yeah, right.
And but we went to the Hobbit Feast where it was like, oh, we had they served breakfast, second breakfast, 11sies. Like they had all these courses throughout the course of the movie. It was awesome.
Right. That sounds good.
Draft House used to be the bomb, and now it's all corporate shit. But yeah, and watching it again this time because it's been a bit. It's been a couple years, and I intend to watch the other 2. But that's where I was talking about. Well, I'm running out of time this weekend.
Yeah,
because it's like I want to watch these 2 4-hour movies, but I also want to play Death Stranding, and I need to edit this podcast.
Yeah,
by Monday. It's such a grounded movie because so much of that movie was like, oh, we just went to New Zealand. That did like a lot of the heavy lifting for us. And then we built these sets and we're using green screen very judiciously. Like it's not the entire movie and everything like that. And it all feels very real. And then I remember because I only saw the first Hobbit movie and I didn't like it. And I was like, I don't want to watch the rest of them. And I saw recently, and it's funny because it's the same director. But I guess it's just the way the movie industry had moved on.
Yeah, they were really into trilogies at that point, if I remember right.
Well, there's that, right? So I was thinking that like, oh man, if you were trying to make the Lord of the Rings trilogy now, you would actually make it would be 6 movies, not 3.
It'd be like 6, 7 movies at least. Yeah, because they'd be like, oh yeah, no, we're just gonna keep on going. Yeah, it'd be a mess. Because that gives us a big tentpole movie for 6 years instead of 3 years. Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
But the thing, there's a clip of the behind the scenes of The Hobbit where it's Ian McKellen as Gandalf, like talking to no one because there's no one in the scene with him. It's just him at a Hobbit table and it's all green screen, and he kind of breaks down, and then it cuts to him and he's like, I'm an actor. I learned how to act with people.
Right.
and I don't like this, and I'm like, what? Yeah, why did you do it that way?
Yeah.
You made the Lord of the Rings trilogy. You've already done this.
Right.
Why did you then decide like, well, but now it's all green screen and like we're not even going to shoot the actors together in the same
probably
shot?
cheaper to film it. That's
I guess.
sadly probably the answer. But yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, but it's the director making a sequel trilogy to
Right.
one of the most successful
prequel trilogy, but yeah, same.
Yeah,
difference.
sorry.
Yeah.
successful franchises of all time, like film wise. It's like
I know.
you just let that man cook.
I know
right?
I remember watching it and being like, "This, I don't know what it is about this, but I don't care for it at all."
Yeah.
And yeah, ugh.
And meanwhile, like this way, and you know, probably a lot of it is like now that we've been doing Cinemorons, I'm looking at movies like a lot more closely.
Sure.
We're like, man, just about every shot of Fellowship of the Ring is just impeccable.
Oh,
like
they're
you can
quite
just
good.
take a still from just about every single scene in the
Yeah.
movie. It's like that is art
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
there. And the performances and
They're
then
good.
the soundtrack is so fucking
It's quite good.
awesome. So it was a good time.
That's fun.
I'm looking forward to watching Two Towers. Two Towers is probably my favorite.
I can't.
And that's the other thing too, right? Is like the Game Fellas thing where like having those good memories of the Two Towers and Return to the King games for PS2
Oh yeah.
coming in. I remember playing a build of Two Towers at E3. And then after my demo was over, like one of the guys on the team brought like it was like a brand, like it just finished it was just a cutscene of Gandalf doing the "You shall not pass" to the
Right.
Balrog.
Yeah.
And it was just to show his colleague, and he was like, "Isn't that fucking cool?" And he was like, "What about that guy?" He's like, "That's fine." And I was just like watching it. It was just like some
Yeah.
colleagues on the team just like kind of geeking out over like, look, just we just finished this bit.
Right. That is cool.
Yeah, just very fond memories of that whole time.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. That's
uh,
awesome.
Yeah, but that is the whole week for me.
Well, that's something. I too watched of the movies. Let's see. Kim and I have been on this big like thing where we're watching, and I don't remember what movie it was that got us started on this. I think it was we've been watching movies with twists in them,
Right.
and I think her goal was to try to stump me. But knowing that we're on that kick, I immediately start.
You're looking
I'm
for the
looking
twist.
for it. So
Right.
I got really so far. She's like, oh, for a lot. I pretty much figured out every movie.
I try to be really careful when there is a twist. With video game, when we're talking about games as well, it's like,
Yeah.
I will usually try to not even mention that there is
No,
a twist.
It's yeah.
So
because then you don't look for it, right?
Right.
So a lot of them, like even when I would figure them out, I would always ask myself the question, okay, if I didn't know, would I have figured that out? And sometimes I'm like, absolutely I would have, because it's really fucking obvious. And then there's some of them I'm like, I don't know if I would have on that particular one. The ones I can recall, this one is interesting. Kim showed me a French film. It was a French horror movie, kind of like a slasher-ish movie. It was called High Tension. It's pretty decent. The biggest problem I had with the movie overall is the translation of it is super fucking weird. And it's because sometimes it's in French with subtitles, and then sometimes it's like English dubbed, and it can't decide which one it's doing a lot of the time. It's really odd.
Yeah, that's a choice.
It's really weird. Like I was like, can we do one or the other? I don't really know what the hell you're going for. It's really weird.
Yeah, because it depends on the language. I actually prefer to watch Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon dubbed,
Sure.
because they keep the names intact. Where in the subtitles they change all the names to make them easier for people to read.
Right, that makes sense.
And it's kind of, to me, it's like, okay, so you're getting a better translation with the dub.
Right.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah. But anyway, that was like my biggest issue with it, and it's you know it's lower budget, but it's interesting. It has a twist to it. So looking for it, like that was the one that actually had to ask myself that question. If I didn't know, would I have guessed it? And I was like, I don't know if I would have. It's got one scene where it does a thing, and I was like, oh, okay, I see it, and like it clicked. But like, had I not been looking for it, I don't know if I would have gotten it. It was interesting. It's a neat movie, honest to God, for what it is. I think it came out, I think it's like early 2000s, something like that. It's an older film, but it was decent. I did not mind that movie. We watched Hide and Seek, which is a Robert De Niro joint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it had Robert De Niro, a really young, I think Dakota Fanning, like when she was, a little girl, basically. So it's basically those two, and the girl that I don't remember her name, the girl that played Xenia in Goldeneye, she's in there.
Oh, Famke Johnson.
Yeah, that hurt. Sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, that movie was not very good. I figured that one out really quick because it's trying really hard to hide it, but I'm just like, knowing the structure of the movie, I'm sitting there like, okay, I see exactly how you're trying to throw me off, but there's no other conclusion I can get to other than this. And then I was right, and I was like, yeah, that wasn't very good. You didn't do a good job there. Yeah, that movie was kind of it was fine. Robert De Niro plays a guy who he's a psychiatrist, I believe, and his wife dies in a mysterious way, and they move out to the country, and then weird stuff starts to happen, and the daughter has an imaginary friend that she likes to talk to, and they play hide and seek, and it goes from there.
Is it supposed to be an actual horror movie? Or is it more suspense?
More suspense. It's not really like, I didn't think it was scary. This was not like a horror movie. It has, I guess, some horror-ish elements to it, but not really. It was fine. I then looked up the reviews, and people were pretty much on board with what I thought of it. I was like, yeah, that wasn't very good. Let's see, what else did we watch? We watched, this one was pretty good, and this is one that if I didn't know, I actually accidentally spoiled it for myself, and I didn't mean to. It was called The Others.
Yes, with Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, that was a good one. That one's pretty good.
That was, yeah.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. I liked that one quite a bit. Nicole,
that one got me.
Yeah, that one.
I didn't get it until, because I saw that in the theater.
Oh yeah. I did not see it in the theater, but like I said, I accidentally spoiled it for myself. And that because I had to pick the movie that night, and I was like looking through things since we were on this kick. And I was like, oh yeah, this sounds okay. This sounds like something Kim will like. And then I brought it up, and she's like, oh, that's a good one. We should definitely watch that. Let's do it. So we watched it, and it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
I actually kind of appreciated it knowing what it was, though, so I could look at all the elements up to it and like see if they're cheating or anything like that. And no, they don't. It's really good. What other one do? Oh, and then the final movie like that. I don't know if this movie technically even has what I would call a twist to it, but it's listed in twist movies a lot. And I was like, okay, it's the one Quentin Tarantino movie I've never watched because it's the newer one. And it's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Never seen it. So, I
can understand why they would say that, because it's like Inglourious Bastards, where it's a historical thing where it's like, oh, but we're not actually going along with history. Yes.
And once it happens, I'm like, oh, okay, all right, I get it.
Yeah. Love Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
It was good. I really liked it too. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think I've mentioned this to you before, but I don't know what it was. I guess it was because of like all the fervor around him when Titanic came out, but I was very resistant to Leonardo DiCaprio being like a great capital A actor for so long, and it's like, but it's like every time that I watch a movie, it's like, God damn,
it's so good. I agree, and like he does weird shit as a person, but it's never like, I don't know, dates very young girls, but they're of age. I don't know. It's a whole thing. He's weird.
Yeah,
he's a weird guy, but he's a really good actor, and I like his movies. So there's that.
I really will be curious when you check out One Battle After Another.
Yeah,
because
I really. We're waiting for the price to go down on it because it's like, we don't really want to pay $20 for this to watch it at home. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was a fun watch. I think my biggest thing with it was I kept waiting for like the really good Tarantino dialogue moments to happen, and it's not really that kind of movie. It kind of moves along at a certain pace, but you can tell he made it because he has like it's very respectful, I guess, to some extent, of like, here's a bunch of like old shit that I was really into, and here's like the actual recording of it and all this stuff. And I'm like, that's it's like a movie. You can tell like that guy likes those kind of movies and was into that era of stuff, and he has a respect for it. The Bruce Lee part
Tarantino is I wonder if he and Kojima have ever met, because they're very much like, hey, look at all this stuff that I like, that I put into this work, right?
Here, I like feet. Here's a foot.
Well, there's
that. There is that, and the Margaret Qualley part is definitely one. I'm like, okay, there it is.
Which I think also that scene is kind of the closest you get to like your typical like Tarantino dialogue.
Yeah, that's about it. And that's as close as it gets. And I liked that scene. It was a neat scene, and I loved where it went to.
I really love the scene where he's doing the Western, and it's like between takes, and he's talking to the little girl.
I love that part is great. I even like the part that whole bit of him doing the Western is actually really great, where he's like, he's acting and he's screwing up and goes back to his trailer and just fucking goes off on himself. That shit was that was great. Is tonight the night I smoke this acid soaked cigarette? Yep, tonight's the night. It was great. It was good. It was a good movie. It was a really fun movie. I also thought
I have my ticket for next Sunday to see Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair, which is just the super cut of both movies just put together with like some extra footage.
That's awesome. But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is good. I like it better than I remember watching The Hateful Eight a while back, and I should watch it again because that was like the one time I just randomly decided I'm gonna get really drunk and watch a movie, and now I don't remember anything about it.
That's not a movie to
no, I remember
not have all your faculties.
And I was like, I probably should have not done that during this movie, but I just randomly decided that, and whenever that movie came out, to do that, and that's on me. But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was pretty fun. I also thought it was really fun that one of the girls, like since we just got done watching all the Scream movies, one of the girls in the Manson stuff was from one of the Scream movies, and I was like, oh hey, look, it's her. That's fun. They cast her because she's good at screaming. She's very good at it.
And ironically, you did the Leonardo DiCaprio pointing at the screen meme during the movie where the meme comes from.
What's funny is I seen that. I was like, oh, that's what movie that's from. Okay. Yeah. All right. That makes sense. That makes sense. So that was fun. And the last movie that was not a twist movie, I don't know what, for whatever reason, when we were going to the theater for a little bit there in the summertime, we kept seeing this preview for a movie called The Roses, and it looked like a fine movie, maybe. If we could see it for free, we would. So we and it had
remake of War of the Roses.
It's a remake of that or something like that, based on it. I don't even really know. It had Andy Samberg in it. I was like, I like Andy Samberg. That might make it worth watching. It might be funny. Don't do that. Don't don't waste your time.
I was watching the trailer and I was like, I don't want to watch a movie about a couple that just fucking hates each other. And
Here's the thing. That's complicated. Okay, that movie is Sensible Chuckle the movie. Like, I swear to God, it's like every bit of humor in it is just like, haha, yeah, that's good. And that's about it. That's about all you ever get from it. It's not like War of the Roses or whatever, where like they really hate each other and they're just fucking going at it. The parts they show you in the preview are like that. That's not really it though. It's like you go like, I was barely paying attention. I was like, has anything happened yet in this movie? And it was like, no, it really hasn't. This is it. Like, it's just so fucking boring. Like, I was like, this is the most mediocre thing. Like, I have a great time watching a bad movie. This was like bad in the sense where I was like, just, there's nothing really happening. Nothing's very funny. It thinks it's a lot more clever than it is, but it's just boring as shit. I don't care about any of the characters. It felt like somebody was trying to make, the guy that made, he's a big, like, kind of half comedy, made like the Life Aquatic and that stuff. I forget his name now. You know who I'm talking about?
Yes, and now I'm blanking on it too. Because I love his movies.
Yeah, I like his movies too. It feels like somebody attempting to make one of his movies, but is just failing miserably at it.
Yeah,
and that's the feel of it. Yeah, go ahead and look it up because now
that's gonna bug the shit out of me.
Wes Anderson or
Wes Anderson.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know how I got
to say Paul Thomas Anderson, but that's because I was watching an essay about One Battle After Another today.
I was like, my brain said Wes Craven because I just got done watching a bunch of Wes Craven, so I was like, that's not right, but I feel like his name is Wes. Yeah. It feels like somebody trying to make a Wes Anderson movie, but is just doing an awful job at it and just doesn't really know what makes those movies entertaining. And awful film. Like, we both got done, we're like, I'm really glad we didn't pay money for that, like actual like extra money to see that, because that would have been a disaster. That was a terrible movie. Wasted time. Don't watch that movie. It's not good. Andy Samberg is funny a little bit, and that's about it. And he's not even. It's just not worth it.
Yeah. But I was happy to see Kate McKinnon in it because I feel that she had like a couple movies after Saturday Night Live, and then I hadn't seen her in a while. I was like, oh, I'm glad she's still getting work because I think she's great. Her
character is okay. It's okay. Yeah. She plays Andy Samberg's wife in it. So yeah, like they're the comedy couple, and like there's again, it's you get a like a haha, that's good, and that's about really it. Like that was my entire experience with the movie, and then by the end I was like, I don't care whatever happens here. I don't give a shit. Yeah, bad movie. Anyway,
that'll happen once in a while.
Yeah, you'll have that. That's what watching movies is all about, and playing video games too. What are you gonna do? Yeah. We can't all be.
Well, I think we're gonna.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry. We can't all be Ouija the New Beginning. You know, we can't all be that.
Yeah. We've got some comments, questions, or concerns, but I think we'll put a pin in those for next week. We don't have a ton of them.
Sounds good.
And as I said earlier, I'm kind of in a time crunch this weekend.
It sounds good.
We can actually get out of here really quickly, actually.
At a respectful time.
Yeah. But so I think that is a show, Justin.
Sounds like a show, Julian.
Yes. Thanks everybody for checking out the show. Thanks to the wonderful Megan McDuffie for our theme song and interstitial tracks. No one. See, people. I threw in a nice little Easter egg last episode, and no one mentioned anything. So that's interesting.
Okay.
Threw in one of the old NWP interstitials.
Oh,
and nobody mentioned it. No, yeah, interesting.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go.
Y'all are listening at 1.5 speed, aren't you?
Yep.
And it's just flying by, and you're not even
We
paying
have to
attention to us
consume
anymore.
all this content, Julian. That's
right.
it.
Thanks to friend of the show, John Gholson, for being our announcer and providing us with our logo and artwork. But that's going to do it for this edition of the Stage Select. I've been Julian Titus. He's been Justin Ham. We've been the Stage Select. Signing off.
Uh-huh.
The Stage Select is copyrighted and owned by Space Monkey Mafia Productions, specializing in independent podcasting. Please consider sharing the show with your friends and support us by joining our Patreon or donating to our coffee. Thank you, and good night.